taking the boat up that way, and on the way there, we encounter something that in the distance that we're still trying to figure out, but it looks like a giant crab, I think. So I
It
think
sounds
that's
about right.
in the distance.
That
And
sounds
then
right.
Trying to figure out.
Locke stayed back.
Where did I
Or
say?
not Locke, Lyric.
Lyric.
I'm dumb.
Yep.
And it sounds like this ship and potentially its crew is there's more to it than immediately meets the eye. And Kieran's being a little secretive about it, so I'm feeling like the crew has got something a little interesting about them.
Nope.
Wants to know, but Corlin has been throwing up the entire time. So Corlin doesn't know shit and can't stop throwing up long enough to ask.
Poor Corlin.
She's never been on like water before. She's been landlocked. Which is like the complete opposite of my other D&D character, because her background is sailor.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Ba-doop.
All right, here I am, back and ready to go. I'm gonna. That's so stupid. I'm gonna message Kieran because I know he was planning on being here. Only because, like I said, he messaged me earlier to ask about questions.
Yeah. I know he's excited because just before 3 he was
Yeah.
calling and talking. So
I was gonna say that's right around when he just after 3 is when he sent me the message. So I don't know if something happened. You can be offline and be, or you know, maybe that's just my, I don't know, whatever. You. Oh no, no new dice. That's very.
Yeah. I think the male people are pissed off with us anyways. We get packages like every day. So I think every now and then they're like, this house, no. Nothing is allowed to go there today.
Which is funny because everyone's getting stuff all the time. Here he is. Oh, okay. We go ahead and get the. Are we recording yet? Let me know when that's ready.
yeah, we're recording. When we started the recap, I started it.
This is right. Super professional. This is why. I'll wait till he hops in because honestly, like he wanted to ask me about combat. I need to talk about that with all of you because it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little different. Hello. I'm going to go get my food and then I'm good. It's done reheating, so
Sorry about that, guys. My internet sucks.
Okay. Shit happens.
No worries.
This is going to be so interesting.
Yeah. Something different.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of shit to keep track of.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I mean, you're the one who wanted a boat.
Yeah, I expected at some point this would happen. I didn't expect it to be the second session I was part of.
all right. So here's the deal. Here's how this works. Oh gosh, I'm trying to breathe. This is fine. Oh lordy. The way that this is going to work, first of all, there are some of you who get to choose. Like, there are crew members to accomplish things. But you guys get dibs on what you want to do. So people like Indian Corlin, who are more melee based, you guys 100% can help out doing other things on the ship. There are certain jobs that you can do, or there are in Corlin's case, you would be proficient in the ballistas. So you'd be able to use those. And then anybody like Kyrian and Locke and Ildur who have more ranged options. I want to say, I feel like Corlin, you did get a ranged weapon at some point, but I feel like,
yeah.
So you can choose as well, but I'll tell you, a ballista's going to do more damage for sure.
Well, and I was gonna ask, like, if there was anything that used like strength anyway, since she's pretty fucking strong.
Yes. So it's up to you to decide. I would say, I guess, tie breaking goes to Kyrian because you decided you wanted to be the boat guy. You're the captain.
The boat guy.
So this is going to be theater of the mind because honestly, like, I'm having a hard time finding a map that I like for this.
Yeah.
I like. Oh, those are cool. I've seen those somewhere.
Are cool.
Where did you find them?
I'll tell you guys.
Amazon.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
They're like less than like $10.
Yeah, you guys can do whatever you choose to do on the ship because basically the way that it works with me manning the ship is anything you choose not to do will just be what's consuming my actions for the battle.
Yeah, so the way this is going to work is there are some jobs you can have if you want, should you so choose. You can do your own thing. All right, so the way this is going to work, I'll kind of restart. There are going to be two different kinds of battles at sea. One of them will be large thing versus large thing. So like ship versus monster or ship versus other ship. And the other thing, and we will, I'm trying to find a way to do this like in a way where it's not going to be, where it's going to move along quickly. And then the other thing will be if somebody were to board your ship, or if you were to board somebody else's ship, then that would turn into regular initiative. But so this is a good practice round for like just the kind of weird one. The way that's going to work is every round, you guys will roll a d6, and this is actually like a first edition thing. Whoever gets the lowest number acts the quickest is the idea. So it'll be you versus me.
Gotcha.
And the lowest number goes first. And the idea with first edition is there were definitely like spells that if you rolled well enough, they gave you how long it took to cast the spell, like the number of seconds. So if you rolled a 1, then you basically started right at second number 1 casting your spell, and you could finish before it was real mean to spellcasters is what I will say, because like you could win initiative but still be casting your spell and get it canceled by somebody coming up in melee and hitting you, and there wasn't a saving throw. So that's not how this is going to work. But you guys will all act together, and you can decide amongst one another, like if you're going to do something that's going to make somebody else's action better. Like, let's say you had a cleric and they did guiding bolt and then somebody attacked with the ballista, and you know what I mean? And then they have advantage and that kind of thing. So your jobs you can have, if you want to, ship jobs. You can have somebody pilot the ship. That does not have to be you, Kyrian. You're one of the ranged casters, so you can 100% do that. The pilot will, and I will give you I'll type this up for you. And the pilot will make dexterity checks. So somebody who is good with dexterity would be a good pilot. They will also make dex saving throws if anything tries to like overturn the ship.
That all uses
Pretty
the
good.
ship's. That all
Yeah.
uses the ship's modifiers, though, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Because the ship has very shit dexterity.
Well, no, it's gonna be the checks are gonna be no. The checks are gonna be. It's only the turning will be like ship modifiers. No, I would let it be Indy's dex if she wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm +6. I think that's fine.
Those are saves.
Oh, those are my saves? Wait, what's my...
3.
Oh, it's 3. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the saves.
I'll just let you know, I don't think Kyrian just realistically would trust any of you enough to drive the ship at this point.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Just speaking like a little realistically.
Well,
All
yeah,
right,
we all
and
did
then-
get on the boat and within a few hours start throwing up.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't
So
gonna
the
say it,
other
but-
thing would be the ballistas, where even if you're not proficient in them, you could help to load them, because it's going to take an action to load and then an action to fire. So there could be 2 people on a ballista, and the person, like, so for example, Coraline doesn't have that many ranged things, but she is proficient in ballistas. So she could be the one aiming. Somebody else could help her load, so she's not having to waste a turn loading.
Okay,
Mhm.
very good.
And maybe Kyrian would trust you with that.
Yeah.
And then, the ship's stats come into play for other things. This is steering the ship. That's what I mean by dex checks, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like whoever is piloting, we're going to assume that they're doing like fine. But in the future, if it was going to be Indy, she'd get her dexterity, but not her proficiency, unless you have something in your background that gives you proficiency in ocean or water vehicles, which I think the only one who has that is Kyrian.
Mhm.
So, same thing with cannoneers, right? It's the same thing. Loading is a turn, firing is an action. Sorry, loading is an action, firing is an action. They also do more damage, but they're only on one side of the ship.
Mhm.
Spellcasters, you guys can do whatever you want. It's up to you. If you are helping doing something else on the ship, you're not casting a spell unless it's like a bonus action. Like that's your choice.
And remind me, I have to use a bonus action or an action to make the crew do something. Did we say that was my action?
That would be your action because they're
That's what I
doing a
thought.
thing that takes an action. Yeah,
That's what I
so
thought, okay.
you'd be stuck with bonus action stuff as well.
Okay.
So that, I mean, the nice thing is this is like the simple version of it. Some of you were downstairs. I missed the recap. Do we know who was downstairs? Are we all set with that?
We
Right.
didn't say anything
Don't
about
know.
that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that in the recap. I don't recall.
I think everybody had come upstairs by then.
Okay, good. I just making sure that we'd all made it up to the top there.
I mean,
yeah.
if it hadn't, somebody would have shouted, "Hey, there's a big fucking crab," and I feel like people would have rushed to the top deck.
Sure, but like in theory, we're not going to worry about it this time because again, this is trial run. But in theory, there's travel time to account for as well. We won't worry about that today because again, I want you guys to kind of get a feel for it. So I will say this: none of you are near the ballistas. You'll still have to go to the ballistas. And we are going to say, give me 1 second.
As soon
That
as
from
I
where-
saw it, I would have thrown up mage armor.
Yeah, I think you said that last time. I think you said mage armor. And I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong about that. We'll say you
The
already...
easy way to do this might just be to have whoever's like out of
Oh, I
us
already
just
got it.
pick what we're doing, and then have the first round of combat. Everybody, like the player characters and the crew, are setting everything up,
Well, we're not...
right?
Yeah, we're not 100% starting yet. Let's do this. You guys decide. So your options are steer the ship, which Kyrian is rightfully saying I don't know you, maybe not. Fire a ballista, fire a cannon, maybe, but you'd have to go down below deck to get there, and it also depends which side this crab is coming up on. Or any ranged attack that you have available to yourself.
I think we did, Mike. 'cause we were
Yes,
on
you
the
did,
ship.
Locke.
We did?
We were on the
You
ship.
slept before we got on the ship, and you slept since you've been on the ship.
Oh, that's right, because it's the next day. Never mind. You're right.
Different group of Barfy people. So you guys decide first what you want to do, and then I will give you a description of how, like, what that entails.
Tyrion steps up to the helm pretty fast.
Coraline is pretty useless out on the water, but she's strong as fuck, so if it looks like there's big old weapons, she's gonna go to that.
Biggest weapons are probably the cannons.
Well, but, like, you don't
Right.
know. At this point, you're not sure where it's going to end up.
Fair.
I'm going to wherever, like, the most direct line to the beast. So if that's the front of the ship, the back of the ship, depending on where it's at, I'm trying to stay with as short a distance to the creature as I can on the
Okay.
top deck.
And I can probably go with Coraline and help her load things and stuff like that.
Okay, Ildor, what you doing?
Same as Locke. I want to get to the edge of the ship so that I can get the best view of this beast and get ready to cast spells out of potential.
Okay.
And then the crew will fill in.
All right, we will say...
Well, I guess I have an important question. Like, obviously this thing is big, like big,
Yes.
but it's a crab.
It is, but it's not... It's a crab, but it's a large magical creature. You're not sure exactly what's going on with it other than that it's a crab. And who knows if Coraline would... I mean, I know you would know what a crab is.
Yeah, I'm just wondering is it animal like?
Go ahead and roll. And
Like, could she talk to this if she tried to?
yeah, I know.
I was about to chime in. We're going to be talking to this crab now.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. Hey, I switched to my shitty dice and it rolled okay. So 19.
Okay, sorry, I'm eating.
You're good.
It's a real big animal. And it's like, maybe there are exceptions to the rule, but in your mind, there's a size beyond which something responds to, I can talk to animals.
That's true.
So if your best guess is probably not, you're welcome to try, and talking is a free action.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to try, but just in your mind, you're thinking, okay, I mean, technically a dragon isn't a humanoid, but 100% a dragon does not do, like, my skill with animals does not apply to dragons.
Yeah. I guess, logically thinking, Coraline probably doesn't feel good. She's been throwing up. Sees this big crab, and it's like, food. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, she's not gonna talk to it. It's okay.
And I will let you guys know. I guess that would be more. The things on the ship have a much farther range than your spells will. So you're welcome to help with those until you come into range, or you can just stand and wait. It's up to you.
I'm going to stand and wait. I don't know if I'm the best person.
That's an interesting question. How far away is this thing?
It's like 600, 700 feet is what I think we said.
So go ahead and can you throw the stats for the ballista in there as far as like how much damage?
Yes.
And then the plus to hit is just going to be like anyone who is proficient in martial weapons, which I believe is only Coraline. You can add your proficiency bonus. Anyone else would add their strength bonus to the attack, but not their proficiency.
Yeah, The pluses to hit are for the crew, not for you.
So the ram is not you guys, that would be a Kyrian thing. But the ballistas, if you look, right? It's got a range of 120 feet or 480 at disadvantage. And then when you hit, it'd be 3d10 piercing damage.
Yep. Or you can do the cannons.
And again, that depends on. We're gonna roll for that.
Yeah.
We don't know, but that could be a scramble downstairs type of a deal because the ballistas are there. The cannons definitely do more damage. Is it 5d10 for the cannons? Yes.
Yes.
But you have to get there, and I will tell you to get from above deck down to the cannons. For the time being, we're gonna say that it's going to take you. It's gonna take you like we'll say 40 feet of movement to get to the stairs from any place that you are on deck, unless you happen to be about 40 feet of movement, except for maybe Locke and Ildor. And then 10 feet to get down to that next level. And the cannons are on that next level, so then it'd be another 40 feet of movement to get there. So it'd be a total so that could be a good thing, honestly, for Indy, even if it takes you a couple turns. Like, if it comes to cannons, like if they go to that side, the fact that you're that fast, I mean, you could get there and at least start loading stuff up for people, potentially. That might be a good use of you being super duper fast. And we'll
just remember, you don't have to do any of the jobs you don't want to do, because ultimately the crew will do things you don't.
Okay.
So just do whatever sounds fun, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yes. All right. Let's do this. We'll say whoever would like to. I'm going to say, Kyrian, you can go first because it's your ship. I'll tell you what we did in the first edition game that I played. The person rolled initiative until they lost, and then it went to the next person. So we can do that.
I refuse to start until I hear this pirate battle music you said you were going to be playing.
Oh no. Okay. Thank you. I know. I was going to get home early. I was going to look up how to do this stupid music.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that started. Okay. Oh, okay. This is not going to be. I'm trying something different. This could suck. We'll find out. But I'm not going to fall on the. Not that I have anything against Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's always the same. So I'm going to see if this sucks or if it's good. Okay. Music. Oh Lord. Okay. Play. Okay. Exclamation point. Play. I was going to come home and I was going to look this up, and I didn't get a chance to. Space. Link. Okay. Loop. This could suck, guys. We'll find out. That's not awful. Could be worse.
That's terrifying.
It's a crab. Just put the volume down.
Escape the Kraken?
That's why I picked it. It's a cool name. Alright.
Okay.
What just happened?
So I guess I will roll. You said a d6?
How do I get... Okay.
Didn't I just leave?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with it.
Is he okay?
Did you put
Hello?
yourself in there, or did I do that?
I think you did, but I figured out how to put myself out.
Okay, yeah. I meant to change. I was like messing around with. I want to turn down the music for me, and then something happened and it shifted, and I bumped you instead. So I apologize for that.
All good.
All right.
Music reminds me.
I
of
was just
Bruce.
sad I didn't get to hear this badass music for 30 seconds.
No, it's on loop. So we're good. Let's have somebody roll. What can I? No. Somebody roll a d6. Kyrian, roll a d6.
2.
2. All right, that's good. You want a low number for this kind of fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you want lower. The idea is the lower the number. That's how fast you act.
Okay.
Oh man.
Fuck you.
So you guys, all I did was
It's actually probably good. We want this thing to get closer.
So you guys are booking it along. Like, you don't know how fast you're moving. This thing catches up to you. You notice it gains about 30 feet on you.
And how far away is it?
It's about 400 feet away initially, so now it is 370.
40. Oh, 370. Okay. And it's in front of us or behind us?
It is behind you. Catching
Shit.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, if it had gone that fast going towards you, it would be like all up in there. But it's gaining about 30 feet per round, you can kind of surmise. So it's
So Kirian's going to start barking orders, and when it comes to our turn, I will let you guys act first, and then I will fill in the gaps. But I will have the ship turn to this would be port side, so that the cannons are facing
okay.
towards it.
So everybody else, what are you doing on your round?
Getting to the port side.
I should.
Because I think we were in
gained-
the back. So.
It gains 60 feet. I forgot it's only moving, so it gains 60 feet, not 30.
Okay.
So
So
it's
340 feet away.
340 feet. Yeah. Are your dogs having a good time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay,
Okay.
so ship is turning, so the cannons are going to be facing it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay, so Corla's going to try to figure out where the cannons are and go towards them. Go wherever she needs to go.
You were given
You-
a tour, so you would know where you need to go.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to say, you do remember, I assume, where they are.
It's
don't
been
know.
a very hectic couple of days for Corlin, okay? She's so dehydrated.
So
Yeah, just
40
use, I
feet,
guess.
40 feet of movement to the stairs, 10 feet down, and then 10 feet to get to. Like, that's as far. So you have 30 more feet of movement next round to get where you're going.
Well, if I use my movement and then my action to move, I should be able to get there, right?
Nope, because it's 40 feet to get to the stairs, 10 feet to get down to the deck where the cannons are. And that's 50 feet total, and then another 10 feet towards them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but my movement is 30, and then I can do the dash for.
That's 60 feet
Yeah, it's-
total. Right, so it's
It's
40
90
feet.
feet away.
I got it.
Oh, okay, then yes.
All right. Yes, you're now 30 feet away from the cannons. All right. Everybody else, you gotta keep going. What are you doing?
Indy is also making her. She's gonna probably dash to get to the cannon. Yeah. Yeah, so that she can start helping load.
Yep.
Are you using a key point to get yourself there?
You want to use the key point so you can get there and then start loading?
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Yep.
So if you use a key point, that gets you to the cannon. You do not have anything left over to do an action, but you can have it loaded by the time Corlin gets there.
Okay. Sounds good.
And there will be a crew to help you. It's pretty heavy. Like the cannon, the ballistas would be easier for you to load, but there's crew running around helping. So,
Okay.
okie dokie. What about Locke and Ildor? You're just waiting for.
Yeah, I moved to the port side of the ship because that seems like the direction that
Yep.
we're going to be hitting it at.
I'll do the same, and I'll start my blade song as well.
Great.
Ooh.
So let's roll. I
For-
won. So Kyrian, we're gonna go to Locke. Locke, you're rolling initiative.
for-
now.
For the cruise action,
Okay.
I'm gonna have them all load. So everything is loaded going in the next round.
Okay. They will have to get there. None of them were.
Oh, they have to move there too.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
not just
that's
hanging
fine.
out by ballista. They can get to maybe a ballista. But I don't know that any of them would be down near the cannons. Okay.
Here, yeah. I mean, there's a ton of crew members, but yeah, either way.
No, but they're not hanging out by. They're just not. That's not how.
Yeah.
They can do it if you want them to, but that seems like it's not. That's not normal.
He's so wet. He just opened the
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Okie doke.
I found my lock dice.
Nice. Well, 6
Hopefully
is
low
bad.
is
You
better.
want it to be a 1.
Oh, I know I want it to be, but this set of dice seems to only roll high, so
Okay, well, let's put it in
Circumstances.
one. Okay.
normally this would be good.
So, quick question: should we be rolling in Discord or in Roll20?
You can roll wherever you want. I'm rolling in Discord because I'm also eating dinner. And since this is just theater of the mind, you can also roll actual dice. That's totally fine with me.
Okay.
You're having horrible rolls, except for they're great right now.
Yes. So it moves another 60 feet closer. It gains another 60 feet on you. It is now. I can do this. 340 minus 40 minus 20, so 280 feet away.
Okay. And then, start of the round for us, I will now have the crew load. So that if anybody gets to a firing mechanism, they can just send it.
Okay. And Indy, you can go if you want to. You're down there. You can help. You would not get proficiency. You can either be one of the ones helping to. You could already have loaded it.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, a crew member could fire one. Let's see what the range is, though, for the cannon.
200 or 800. So it'd be a
Yeah,
disadvantage.
so they could fire at disadvantage. So if you want to roll for your cannon, and Corlin as well, because Corlin, you will also be getting to a cannon by the time this happens. Both of you can roll a disadvantage to attack.
And that's strength, right?
It would just
Or is this?
it would be strength. Not. I would let you use strength or dex, honestly. It's more Corlin. You get to add proficiency. Indy, you do not.
Yeah.
So I'm disadvantaged, correct?
No. Yeah, it's disadvantage right now, but it's a +3.
Right, because my die.
So
Okay.
2d20 plus 3.
Oh, 2d2. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Roll it twice.
I'm gonna say, cannons don't move. The ballistas are strength because you can move them around, but the cannons are stationary.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
You
so
got a 5.
I got a 5.
all right, it missed.
Okay.
But it's just fine. It was a disadvantage. Corlin, did you want to attack?
Yeah, so disadvantage, and then for Corlin, it's strength plus proficiency.
Yes, because it's a martial weapon.
Okay, then that's a 15. 'Cause I rolled a 10 and a 19.
Okay. It hits.
Yeah.
Nice.
D10.
5d10?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
While she's doing that, Indy, go ahead. You can roll, even though you're not really the one attacking. Go ahead and roll and add. Let's see. Cannon. Sorry. +5 to hit. There's a total of 4 cannons, correct?
There's 2 cannons and 4 ballista.
Okay, just kidding. All right, then we're good. I was going to say she could roll for the other ones.
Yeah.
And
There's
add
no ballista. Ballista will be fired next round, right?
they can fire.
Oh,
They're-
okay.
no,
Then
they're not
yeah,
in
he can
range.
fire.
They're-
He can.
Yeah, they're in range. It's 480 feet. It'd be a disadvantage. So, Indy, if you want to roll and just add +6 to hit, that's what the crew's doing. Unless, Locke or Ildor, do you guys have something that you want to do, or do you guys want to roll for 2 of the ballistas as well?
Are we even near?
I'm-
Were we even near?
Yeah, I'm not
Ballista?
near one, and given that it's strength and market,
You're just
Yeah.
you're just gonna roll for
You're
them for the
rolling for
crew.
the-
Oh
You're
yeah,
rolling-
I don't mind rolling. What
It's
is
just
it?
so that I don't
Okay,
have to
I can
roll
just roll.
8d20.
okay.
Yeah, I don't mind rolling for one. So
Roll at disadvantage, but add +5.
8 + 5 is 13.
Misses. Close.
Mine misses.
Okay.
All right, I got my best roll is a 14.
Real close. 15 is the armor class. You guys are getting real
Okay.
close to disadvantage.
There's one more.
Go ahead and roll that one. You can roll that one.
Okie dokie. No, doesn't hit.
Okay. So then Coralyn, oh my gosh, I can't find anything. I'm just gonna type it up because I can't find anything to write with. I'm trying to I've got food in front of me. Nope, I don't see anything to write with. I'm gonna keep track of it this way. Okie dokie. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, give me 1 second to set this up. Here, this will go super
And
slow.
if I want to have Houdini take an action, when would he do it in the order here?
He is limited. He could be flying towards it, so he could have.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
So if you want him to do that, go ahead and have him. How much movement would he have left the first round?
Yes.
So he gets double his movement for every round because he's not attacking. How far has he gotten?
240 feet then.
So
40
he's
feet
real
away.
close. Yeah, he's real close.
Okay, cool.
Which means next round, he can keep. I don't know. He can do like a help action, I guess. You might have to. This thing's moving fast, is what I will say. Because it's gaining 60 feet a go. But that's okay. All right, Coralyn, how much damage did you do?
28.
28. Awesome. 28 damage. All right. So it will gain on you. Well, first of all, let's roll to see who goes first. But it will. That's what it's gonna. It's gonna move at least a little bit for its action. Moving down. I won again. I'm real good at initiative, you guys. So Ildor, you're next. Rolling for it. Well, shoot, Indy, where do you want to go? Do you want to go right after a lock, just to make it easier?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or roll a d6 and let me know what you get.
Okay. 5.
Damn. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So it's gonna gain 30 feet on you. And then it's going to disappear below the water. Let's see.
Oh, fuck.
What was its distance at that point?
250.
Thank you. That's your job, please.
Yep.
For now, eventually when we have a map. But yeah, I really appreciate that. inspiration, DM inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate this. This day has been a clusterfuck, and it's none of your faults. But like, I was gonna have time to prepare, and then just nothing worked out. So it disappears below the waves, and let me do this. Oh, it does not roll well. So I hate this. This is fine. Okay, I mean, you can still see it below the water. You will be at disadvantage to hit it while it is underneath the water, or that we'll give it, what we'll do is we'll give it cover. So we're going to increase the AC, because I think that's, at this point, it's not that far underneath. But I will tell you that it rolled poorly. My rolling low is not doing well for me. I've lost it.
What is it, like 10 feet under?
It's about 10 feet under at the moment, and it's got a stealth of 8, so all of you can see it with your passive perception. I'm pretty sure. It has decent stealth. That's the stupid thing. Like, that was the smart thing for it to do, and I rolled like crap. All right, that's its turn. All right, you guys, off you go.
Okay. Are we all rolling for initiative? Yeah.
We are you guys are taking your action. I got
Okay.
first initiative. It's
So-
action. Move and hide.
Anybody who wants to fire something, fire it. And then I'll finish up with what's left.
I was gonna say I can help roll. Well, I guess they gotta reload this round, right?
The crew all does it in one round, so yeah, you can roll for a ballista.
Yeah. So anyone who
Okay,
wants
so
to do it,
the crew can fire and reload in a turn.
Because it's assumed that one member of the crew is helping load it, the other one is firing it off.
Gotcha. In
Just
that
like
case,
we
I
did.
don't mind help rolling for the ballista, but Locke is waiting until it's at least 120 feet away.
Yeah.
So until they gets close, you might as well roll for the other stuff
Yeah.
just for funsies.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Locke and
Are we still
Locke and
rolling at
Ildor,
disadvantage?
yeah, Locke
you
and
are-
Ildor both do that.
It's still far enough away. It's at disadvantage, and it does have a higher AC because it's underwater. So it's going to be +2 to hit. So it'll be 17 for the AC. Corlin and Indy, go ahead and roll. Locke and Ildor,
Alright.
because you're rolling for their crew,
Is
it's
this-
+5 to hit.
Is this
Corlin,
Yeah, I missed.
okay.
still at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Damn it.
Corlin, you do get to add your proficiency. Indy, you do not.
And it was a +5 for them, so.
Are we also at disadvantage?
Yes, you are. Everyone's at disadvantage because it's far enough. Oh, hang on. Let me double check. Make sure
Because
that I'm-
we're on the
It
cannons.
is. It is.
yeah, the
It's far enough
cannons
away.
have you got to look at the range. It has a range. Of,
Okay.
yeah, it's still over 200 feet away.
Okay.
One of the ballista I rolled for hit.
Okay, roll damage for that. Locke, is that your damage?
No, that was the roll to hit.
That hits. It's 17. The armor class is 17.
Yeah. No, I'm
Go ahead.
trying to- It's 3d10 for the blister, right?
Correct.
Mhm. Where do you want us to put the damage so we're not just spouting it out?
Let's do this. Let's do. I'm gonna add text channels. I'm gonna have damage, C damage. All right, and then I'm gonna also add, because this seems to make sense. I'm gonna add a dice bot room, dice bot, just so that like we're not filling up general chat with stuff. And the dice bot can be an all the time thing, but C damage, let's do in there, just because it's going to be different. 12, 17. Corlin and Indy, did you guys hit?
No, mine's
Oh, go ahead.
You missed?
Yeah, I missed. I was just at 8.
Okay, that's fine. And pretty soon it'll be in range, and then it won't be at disadvantage anymore. So that would be 12 and 17, so 29.
My lowest was a 14.
Yeah.
So +5, it equals 19.
Oh, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Yeah, I rolled a 14 and an 18, which is not bad.
Corlin should have been on the ocean all this time.
I know. I'm rolling the same dice I do all the fucking time anyways, just they're being assholes. Okay, this isn't as good. Okay, that's only 18 points of damage.
That's okay. 18 points is better than no points.
Yeah.
Alright. So, next round. Now it's going to be Ildor's turn to roll for initiative. So roll a d6 in the dice pot room.
Keep rolling high. We want to be second.
Or you don't have to roll in the dice pot room. Sorry, I just said that out of habit. Your choice. Ooh, tie. What's your dex, Ildor?
18.
Okay. You win. You guys get to go first.
Fuck.
So there you go. That being said, if you want to hold your action for when it comes into range, you're not like it will. Let's see if it gains another 30 feet. What will it be at?
220. If it
Okay.
goes 60, it'll be at 190.
Okay, so it's up to you if you want to hold an action, your choice. But if it does do full movement, then it will be in range for at least, let me see,
The cannons.
the cannons. So if you ladies would like to wait until it gets into range, that is your choice. It doesn't use up any of your like resources or anything like that, you know, key points and spell slots and stuff.
That's a 20.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait to see if it moves closer.
Okay, and then so basically, if it comes into range, you guys will attack. Is that so? You at risk of maybe not attacking this round if it decides to do something else.
Okay.
All right, so Houdini is just kind of flying above where he can see in the
Ooh.
water. This guy is. He's just waiting for him to pop up.
Okay.
And Ildor, I'll just roll for one of the ballistas whenever. I guess
Yeah.
it's not going to be in range, so I might as well roll now, huh?
Exactly. So
Mhm.
anyone who's rolling for a ballista, you can roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
It's 17 to hit. I'm going to say, Ildor, you can roll for 15 to hit. Only because I'm going to say that you're you and Houdini have a connection, and he's helping you know where this thing is.
Cool.
As long as this thing doesn't have stealth below Houdini's passive perception, which 8, I can't imagine, is below
No.
anyone's passive perception.
Rolled 2 9s and a 10.
Nice, got him.
Okay, so you're good. Anybody who hit, go ahead and roll damage. Type that into the next round of damage.
We're getting some hits.
28, 16, and 10. Alright.
Okay. And I will keep the ship where it is
16.
for now. Debating on doing something really stupid.
Okay. So moving on. Next round, Ildor, you can keep rolling if you want
Oh,
to.
Does it move?
Or we can keep cycling through and let Corlin roll for initiative. Your choice.
Let
Mega
Coral
did it.
roll.
Okay.
Mega, did it move?
It did. Oh yeah. Hang on. Indy and Corlin, it is in range. It's 190 feet away. You can roll without disadvantage.
Very good.
Here you go.
Yay.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm used to going first.
Very good.
No,
I'm very worried about my ship.
I rolled a 3.
Oh
I
man.
rolled a 5.
That would be sad if our first time
Mm.
out the ship was sunk and we all drowned.
We're like vomiting as we're doing
You
it.
know.
That's okay.
I have
All right.
one- One ace if we have to.
Yeah, so they missed. That's fine. Now let's roll for it. So Corlin, you and me. So roll a d6
Okay.
wherever you want to roll. That's totally fine. And if you are lower than a 3, then you go
Rolled a
first.
6.
Son of a bitch!
Oh no, it's not rolling. All right, let me get that music going again. That's stupid. Why can't it do that? That's a stupid thing to say, Discord. Dick. I don't know what cannot play. Something broke. All right, play. It is playing.
It is, yeah.
Well then,
I hear it.
yeah, so do I. So either we're both crazy, which is possible,
No, it's still playing.
Very.
or all right. So it is going to. Let me do this. Okay. All right. Let's do this. As of right now, I think some of you are going to be able to see it. Well, no, we're going to do active perception. It's not great, but it did roll better. So you have to see it. It rolled an 11 total for stealth, which is not great, but it's better than 8. So in order for, we'll start with this. In order for Houdini to help, I don't know what Houdini's passive perception is. If it's 11 or above, he's fine. If not, he's gotta actively search. All right.
No, Houdini can see him. His passive perception is 13.
Okay, that's fine. I figured Al would be pretty good. And then the rest of you, if it is below your passive perception, you can roll perception as a free action to do what you need to do. But again, it's not great. So if you guys can already see him, you're fine. So he still has a +2 to armor class, except for Houdini is helping Ildor. So, which he shouldn't be doing on the that's on me. The ballista rolls, you are still have the 17 armor class because that's not you, that's the crew. But when you do your spell attack,
Yep, makes sense.
so it's 160 feet away, and it is your turn, guys.
Fire up another round.
Yeah.
So if he moves towards us, he would then be inside of 120 feet, right?
Yep.
When he gets the next round, we'll see. I mean, if he rolls and hides again, then he will be 130 feet away. If he rolls and doesn't hide, he will be 100 feet away.
And what was his armor class right now?
17, except for Ildor doing his attack, not Ildor rolling for someone else's attack.
All right, so I'm just gonna roll for the ballista this turn because he's still out of my range.
Alright, so the ballistas, he is not in range for ballistas yet, I don't think.
He's at disadvantage range.
Disadvantage, cannons are not disadvantage. Everybody roll whatever you need to roll, and then if you hit, put the damage in there.
All right, I missed.
Yeah, I only rolled a 15.
I rolled.
Oh,
I hit 1.
you're real close. That would work if he wasn't. Go ahead and roll perception, Corlin.
Okay.
I rolled a
let's
22.
see.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
damn.
Then how do I
My perception's a 9.
Okay, alright, so I was gonna say the 15 will stand then. That's
Yeah.
Let me double check.
fine. It would be fine if he wasn't above, like if he wasn't like hiding underneath the water. So go ahead and roll the damage. Anybody, so Tyrion's the first damage for this round. And anybody else who hit, go ahead and put your damage.
I rolled for damage because I believe that 22 hits, and I
Oh.
got
No, it has a 30 armor class. Yeah, no,
Holy shit!
Yeah, I put it in C damage for her.
thank
You rolled
you.
almost max damage?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
I mean, I'm right? It's 5d10.
Yeah.
yeah, that is correct.
That is really
Okay. And then I'm so sorry to the people who are operating the cannons, but at the end of the round, I'm going to turn the ship to face the crab, and I'm going to start moving toward it.
It's under the water, so I'm not sure what you're doing, but just know.
You said it was about 10 feet under the water. I think I'm still going to hit it if I...
It was the first time it went under.
Oh, it went further?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case,
That
maybe not.
changes your.
In that case, I think I just keep doing what I'm doing, where I'm just kind of coasting alongside of it.
Okay. So, hang on, 15 and 41. Jeez Louise, India's like,
Finally, I'm
You can't-
treated enough.
just hit! Okay,
Did they realize I'm still? Ow!
Can't brush the knees.
alright. Put the damage in. -1. Wait, not minus. I know how to do this. And then minus also 15. Alright, and then keep putting pluses and minuses to things on D&D Beyond because you do that on roll 20 when you're marking your hit points. And too many websites, guys. New website, who dis? Okay, we're good. Next round is going to be we're just moving down. Kieran, your turn again. Go ahead and roll D6 and let's see.
Son of a bitch. We got a 4.
We'll see. 3 chances to meet or beat. Wait, what did I do?
Son of a bitch. You got a 3.
Sorry, Ilder was in the middle there. I was like, how did I roll a d20? I did not type a 20. Yeah, okay, so I win. So it is going to... let's do this. Let's see. Jeez! You know what? Hang on. You know what? No, never mind. I didn't do it that time. It's fine. It gains 30 feet. It is now...
Just 30?
Yep. It rolled... Well, you know what? It was already stealthed. Yeah, it got hit real bad. So, yeah, it gains 30 feet. So it's 120 feet away, correct?
Yeah. I was hoping
which
it'd come closer.
No, because it got hit real bad by Indy's thing, so it is 100% trying to hide right now.
But
Locke,
everything's in range.
Locke is 120 feet away, Locke. Just FYI. You are muted?
I get to do my things now.
You get to do yours, and Ildor, same thing. If this is within range of something that you're doing, it's 120 feet away, and then Indy and Corlin, go ahead and roll for your attacks on the cannons if you'd like to.
Okay.
I'll do the ballista this round so you guys can do your magic shit. Oh,
21.
Yeah!
baby. What'd you say its armor class was?
It is currently 17.
Okay. 2 of them hit, and one of them is a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
I missed.
Is that the damage?
Nope, that's my roll.
I
Okay.
rolled 22 and that's my damage, 34.
Okay, what I'm gonna say is... Oh, geez. I've lost track of where. 17, 28, 16 damage. That's the most recent one, right, Locke? Or no.
Yeah, the
No.
first one was last round.
This will be the
Okay,
new
alright,
one.
so
I'm about to
nobody's
send.
typed damage. You don't have to type if you
sorry.
roll... No, you're fine. If you roll off of
Dice.
Discord, you don't have to type in the dice bot room.
Okay. I won't do that.
And I might start typing rounds in, but Kieran's the first one. He did his damage, so everyone below that is going to be the damage this round.
Let me know when it's my turn to roll. And,
No, you guys are rolling. It's already done its thing. It moved and tried to hide and failed. It's good. It's you guys. It's +4 to stealth.
All right, so because I've got Houdini following around, I'm what, at 15 to hit him?
Holy shit.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Scorching Ray, and we're gonna send all 3 beams at him. So I'll
Okay.
roll 3 times, and then I'll see what hits, and then I'll roll for damage.
15 to hit. There you go.
That's so much damage.
Alright, one missed. Oh, alright, so I got 2 of them, so...
Roll the damage for both of those, and then stick it in the damage, the C damage.
And Locke put in
Alright, so
my
they're each 2 to 8, so I'll just roll 4d8.
Thank you.
Alright, just 11. Not great.
All right, type
Yeah,
it in.
two ones. Yeah, I'll put it in the damage.
All right. So that everyone did their rounds. Yeah, the dice spot room is only for when you're rolling on Discord. I should have specified that, just so that it's not in general chat, just in case we have stuff we need to keep track of. For example, the ship stuff, that Kyrian posted, that would have kept sliding further and further up. So, but if you're rolling on your own, you don't need. I trust you guys. And then just all you have to do is type the damage for that. So what I will do this is I'm going to type round there, so I know where the new round starts.
Okay.
All right, so starting with Kyrian, 13, 46, oh lord, 34, 18, 11. Let's see how this
Natural
little
20s. Natural 20s are a bitch.
I know. 13, I have to do that one at a time. 13 damage, 46 damage. This thing's not going to even be able to hit you guys. It's going to die a miserable, sad death. 34 damage.
I'm a bitch tonight.
18. We'll see. 18 damage. 11 damage. Okay. Geez. Alright, this changes what it's gonna do for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and roll initiative. So whoever's rolling initiative next would be Locke, I guess.
4.
1d6. I mean, it would be less funny if I wasn't rolling so poorly on everything else. Okay. It disappears from sight.
Shit. Like, just goes straight down?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, seeing that, I'm going to stop going idle and kick the ship full speed forward.
I'm gonna
Alright.
look over the
So-
side and see if I can, looking straight down, see if I can see it.
Okay, I will. Give me 1 second here.
Yep.
I gotta find. I'm gonna just absolutely go ape. I cannot find any of my writing utensils. I've just got so much crap piled on here because of food. Give me 1 second. I need to write stuff down, y'all. I need to find something that I can write with. Ugh. I'm so annoyed. Oh, there it is. It's in plain sight. Okay. Let's do this. So when you are moving,
65 feet.
then what's your normal speed?
Yeah, it's 35 feet if the sails are intact, plus 30 feet if the oars are intact. So I'm moving 65 feet.
Are you sure that it isn't? It's double that.
Oh, can I do action dash?
No. But it's
Oh,
double
yeah,
that.
no, yeah, 100. That'd be 130 feet. You're right. Sorry.
All right. So normally, what would it have been like your regular speed?
My normal speed is 65 feet around if I don't dash.
Okay. And then dash, like you're dashing, that doubles it to 130.
Yep.
You're not dashing though. Like, that's an action?
I don't think I can. I don't think I can dash with the ship.
Right. This is just okay. That's making sure that yeah.
I
All right,
can just
you're
move.
moving in the same direction that you were moving before, just so I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave this thing behind. I don't care if we kill it. I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Okay.
I don't want it to come up underneath the ship.
Okay. Okay. Now I know. Everybody else, I would say, unless there's something that you want to do, it did its action before you did yours. So,
Yeah, Locke is just keeping an eye out for it, just looking at the water around the ship. Just seeing
Alright,
if
so
it
no
came
magic-
up under us.
no magic missile, correct? Like, nobody's doing anything where it just automatically hits. You have to see for magic missile.
Could I possibly do like a perception check to see if I can find it, or
I
no?
was gonna say, I have to see it in order to be able to hit it. So would Magic Missile.
Okay, yeah, I'll have both of you guys roll. I mean, anyone who wants to roll perception. We'll
Okay.
do that.
I'm gonna have Houdini do it.
I got
Okay.
not 20.
Okay.
Cool.
So that was my perception is 24.
Okay. Awesome. Let's just see. I'm gonna see.
I like these dice so much.
Matt Bigward.
I want pictures. Are they in there and I just didn't see them because I was rushing in last minute?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are bloody dice.
Yeah, they're bloody dice.
Oh no, they are. Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's just me.
They're just
being-
ones beat the crap out of people.
Oh man. So he has
Oh.
advantage, but he still rolled terribly.
Okay. All right. He does not see anything. Indy, I'll tell you what you see. Anyone else? I mean, everyone is welcome to. Obviously, you guys are on the look for this. So anyone who would like to roll perception, go ahead and do that.
Okay. Gonna be bad. Oh. It's 19.
Okay.
17.
So 17 for Kyrian, 19 for Corlin, 24 for Indy. Locke, did you want to roll?
I got a 9.
Okay.
Aw, good luck.
Okay.
I used to be able to see so good. I need glasses, guys.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say that Corlin and Indy, you guys both see, it is both of you. Kyrian, you see it too. Corlin and Indy, you have an idea of how far it is, like underneath.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you. Well, you can communicate it, I guess.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna
people-
shout now. Like whatever I do.
well, okay. People above deck aren't gonna know, though, is the thing. So, Kyrian, you have an idea of where it is. It is underneath the water. Corlin and Indy, it is about now 40 feet underneath the water, and about 45 feet away from the ship.
Okay.
So we'll say that you can send somebody up deck to tell them, but they won't get there until the next round.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely what I'll do. Is I'll send someone up there.
Kyrian, you see it, and you'd be able to tell it's about 45-ish feet away. You're not sure like how far underneath it is, but you guys will know the next round.
Okay, in that case, I will do something weird. I will, Kyrian, since I didn't use an action to make the crew do shit, I will reach my hand off the side of the steering wheel and flex the hand and cast Magic Missile.
Okay, absolutely. Go
With-
ahead and roll damage.
And I'll spend 3 charges to add some damage to that.
Roll damage.
5, 7, 8, 12, plus 5 is 17 points of force damage.
Okay. So, I would like for a couple things here. All right, Kyrian, how many crew members are above deck? And this can't be like I have a million crew members; they're all up here. Like, just tell
Right.
me, like, on like to run the deck, right? And
To run
understanding
the entire ship.
understanding that like some of them are now up there to help fight that maybe weren't there before. But okay.
I said that there were 70 on board, so I imagine probably 10 or 20 would be below deck right now, helping with the cannons and all that shit. So we'll say that 50 are on top, up top right now, whether they're on
That's a
flat
lot of
deck
people.
or up in
That's
the.
a lot of people on deck. I mean, there has to be room to move around. Like, what are they doing? I guess is my question. If they're up there,
I was just choosing the stats of the ship. It says the max crew is 80.
right. That's 80 in the crew, but that is assuming that like some of them are sleeping, some of them are below deck cooking. Some
Okay, so we can say 40 then.
Okay, and we'll clarify that later. I really want you to have an idea, like a roster for what the crew would be doing. Just like only because it does affect stuff like this. So for now, we'll say 40. That's fine. You're probably going to want to use the dice bot for this then. I need everybody to make a deck save. To make a deck save. The above deck people and the below deck people. It's going to do different things for different people.
14.
Type it in. Go ahead and type it in the dice bot room for me for now. Oh, Ildor, that's your deck save, correct?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, all right, that's fine. And Anna. No, the animals are all down below deck. That's fine. Go ahead and roll for them too. Just because any animal that's not in the necklace. Yeah. Okay.
What is that?
No, that's for all the crew. That's for all the crew. This is fine. Yeah. Tyrion rolled a 457 on his dex save. This is fine. I'm gonna look and see.
Just tell me what the save is, and I'll tell you how many fail, so you
Oh,
don't have to worry
perfect.
about it.
Okay, well, then that one 100% fails.
Oh yeah.
I think it's only just the one. Well, that depends. How many? You rolled 40 of them?
Mhm.
Okay. And then roll for the ones that are below deck as well. Just as a separate roll.
Alright, I'm trying to
Houdini is fine, Ildor. Houdini doesn't need to make a deck save. No, you know what? Houdini does need to make a deck save. That's a lie.
That's plus 6 as well. Okay.
Alright, so the DC for this, for all of them, and if anyone wants to help Tyrion with like the below deck people, that would be great. But the DC is going to be 16. Alright, so anyone who is below deck, which would be all of the animals except for Houdini.
I was gonna ask. Timothy usually rides on my head. Does he need to make one still?
He doesn't. No, he'll just be dependent on you.
And we had been saying that Snap was on my arm. Do you want me to still just say he's down there, or?
No, he's fine. He's with you as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that anyone who fails is gonna take some bludgeoning damage, and then
And this is without adding. I don't think you want me to add any modifiers to their saving throws, do you?
they would have. We'll give them like a plus. I mean, whatever. Like, we'll say plus 1. Right.
Okay, then I think one. There might be a difference of 1.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll edit those.
So anyone who failed, I'm gonna roll just damage. Okay. Roll.
Hey, so I just want to be clear. Houdini's flying. above the water.
Yep.
Was trying to look down. He still takes this damage.
He will not take the same damage as everybody else. He will have something happen to him though. This
Okay.
thing explodes. Okay, it dies and it explodes, and there's just this huge like whoosh of water everywhere. Anyone who failed will take damage, bludgeoning damage. If you are below deck, that is all that happens. Hang on for a second.
Does it pass if we succeed?
Door unlock. You guys go flying off the ship. Houdini goes flying. He does not take damage, but he just kind of goes flying and is going to land in the water. So he'll have to someone will have to, you can snap him over to you, Ildor. That's fine. He does not take damage, but he definitely 100% kind of gets splashed by water and goes, head over tail. That makes sense?
Got it.
All right,
So we all took 9 damage, you said?
Yep, everybody who failed took 9 damage. You two were right near the edge, so I'm going to say you guys fell over. But it's just a matter of, course correcting and dealing with that. But we are out of battle, so let me find a peaceful song for the ship.
Wait, I'm off the ship. How are we out of... Wait, what?
It's dead.
Hang on.
It died. Okay.
What died?
I heard something was dead. Sorry. What was going on? I think I missed something. How are we out of combat if it's attacking the ship and I'm out of in the water?
No. It died, but when it died, it exploded.
Oh, okay.
And that rocked the ship back. And so you guys all made a dex save to see, for the two of you, because you were right near the edge, that affected you and you fell over. I think you guys were the only ones that were right near the edge, because even the people operating the ballistas were further back. Kyrian, yes, is the answer.
I gotta figure out how
They
much
can?
HP.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a range, but yes, otherwise it'd just be
Gotcha.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I was just curious.
So, let's see if this is... Okay, we're going to switch to this now. Give me 1 second to switch to not battle music. Here's the music. Here you go. Oh man.
I don't get to tell it to stop, right?
Yeah, so this is one of those things I was gonna do. I'm right here, you don't need to call. I don't know, guys. This could suck too. Is it playing?
Nope.
No, I need to clear the queue. Give me 1 second to figure this out. Rhythm, commands. There we go. Commands, rhythm. Play top, play skip, search, SoundCloud, nope, now playing, grab, seek, rewind, forward, replay, loop, vote skip, force skip, pause, resume. Let's do disconnect. Disconnect. Alright, then we'll try again. Play this sucker. There we go, nailed it. Alright, this could suck, but at least it's doing what I want it to. Instantly start singing. No. So just...
Hey, so how far did Locke and I get thrown overboard? Like, how far away from the ship?
Well, not very, but the ship was moving at 130 feet per 6 seconds. So,
So we're gonna slow the
you are
fuck down.
130 feet away. So I'm gonna say this. Yeah, you guys slow down, turn around, find whatever. I'm gonna have Ildor and Locke just make a strength check just to see how well you are swimming. You're not gonna drown in one round. You're fine.
I'm gonna cast enlarge on Ildor.
Okay. So Ildor, you have advantage on strength checks.
All right, thanks, sir.
Use him as a life raft.
There is not.
12.
No, I said use the enlarge.
There are ropes.
Oh my god! On my advantage roll, I got a natural 1, and my strength is -1, so I rolled a 0 because of enlarge. But I did roll a 10 before that, so the 10's what matters.
Okay, yeah, good.
Oh, I'm really glad I gave it to you instead of myself.
So what was
12
Zero.
and 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Alright, that's fine. So 10 and 9. Alright, you guys are doing okay. Like, you're feeling really, really like this is not gonna last for too long. But you're fine. So then you guys are moving back I'm assuming it's gonna take you a little bit of time to turn around.
Yeah.
We'll say that you get about 65 feet towards them, only because you're turning around as well. Okay? So you're 65 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. You got gigantic Ildor and regular sized Locke. Go ahead and roll. And all of your animals have gone to the. Well, I guess like your snake could even fly at this point.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, he's flying over my head. Timothy's in my hair.
Yeah, and Timothy's not an idiot, so he's just up somewhere out of the water.
Yeah.
Mama didn't raise no foo.
Sorry. If I seem distracted, it's because I'm trying to find Jasper's health, because he may or may not be unconscious, bleeding out under the ship.
Oh, I have the undog thing. Hold on. I know I have it.
Please.
Hold on.
I've been...
No, I know, but I just realized
I don't think he's not 9 hit points. I'm pretty sure he's not 9 hit points. It's over 10.
There it is. Okay. Down here. There it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's fine.
He's over 20, right?
He's got, the base is scroll, 50 is the default.
Okay, oh yeah, he's good.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
in the ammo area or something.
Okie doke. So Ildor and Locke make another strength saving throw, or strength check, not saving throw, with advantage.
How fast can I swim? Like if I'm swimming towards the thing.
You can have half speed. So they're 35 feet away. When they're done moving, you can be 15 feet closer, in which case they would be 20 feet away.
Just 20 feet away?
Yes. Do you gain movement from being enlarged, Locke?
Let me double check that.
I don't think you do. I think I remember that not being a thing.
By the way, I am moving closer. I got a 17 on my don't drown check.
Okay.
You do not get any. You don't get any additional speed for enlarge.
I didn't think so, which is weird to me. That doesn't make any sense. That's why I remember it. So yeah, you can both be 20 feet away, and they'll get to you very quickly. But go ahead and roll with a strength check with advantage.
Hey, before I do that, then I'm just going to cast Misty Step and jump up onto the
Okay.
deck of the ship.
Peace out. You guys have a 12-foot tall Corlin. You're used to being the tallest person, but if you come up on deck at this point, you will find that you are not.
And when I land from my Misty Step, I'm totally doing like the superhero 1 knee, 1 fist down, boom, so the whole ship is a little bit.
Okay. All right. And Locke, you actually find, like a pretty decent resolve. Like you're not a huge swimmer, but you're not like a, you've swam,
Right.
and you kind of knuckled down. You weren't expecting to take a bath at this point. This is a surprise bath.
Right.
And like, shock of the cold water, because the water is cold. It's very cold because it's wintertime. The shock kind of threw you for a loop the first time around, but you really kind of muscle up and you're like, okay, this is fine. I can do this, and just focus on breathing and focus on swimming. And you're fine. Say that again.
Once he's on the deck of the ship, I'll drop it off of him, and then and then I'm gonna cast it on myself if I can.
That's fine. Absolutely, you may do that.
Just in case it takes longer, and plus, if I'm taller, I might be able to reach further, so it'll be easier to get me out of the water.
Cool. All right. The ship catches up to you, no problem. They're only 20 feet away. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, you can throw a life raft down, but that'll get him out of the water, I guess, if you want to. But there's not. It's not like something where it is made to hoist it back up into the ship when you're done.
Can we just throw
Rope.
a rope down?
You can't. Yeah, you can also throw. I mean, there are boats, there are smaller boats that you can drop down. It's just going to not be. Riding up in one of those is not going to be helpful for him. It's going to be more precarious than climbing a rope.
I'll just tie a rope to a life vest and yeet it over at him.
Life vests don't exist.
Or, whatever you call it. The word.
Boy?
A buoy, yeah.
Yeah.
Buoy or whatever.
Buoy?
Buoy.
Yeah, I grab onto the buoy and the rope, and while they're hoisting, I'm trying to climb my way up as well, just to make it quick.
Okay, the hoisting is not a problem. I'm going to have another strength check with advantage from Locke, just because you're the one who's having to hold on. They've got as many people as they need pulling this rope.
14.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. And you are lifted up onto the ship. Corlin, you're still not the tallest. Haha.
I was going to say, I'm close to 12 feet
Not
tall.
fair.
Or 20 feet tall.
Yeah. So just, out of curiosity, while we're at a stopping point here, did we like that as far as, running ship stuff?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I wanted, and so basically what I would do, if it were something like another ship, where they could board your ship or you could board theirs, I would have you roll initiative, but just ignore it until it became a thing. And then we would start off with initiative. But to begin with, we'd do this where it was roll the d6, who goes first. Does that seem
fun.
Okay, because I want to keep it moving, and I think that if it's something big like this, where it's either two ships that are way too far away, or a large creature, the initiative is going to be a lot of I sit there and don't do anything, or I load the thingamajig, or blah 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 blah. So it makes more sense to kind of lump everything together. And
I like the group initiative. It's fun.
Okay. And like I said, as soon as somebody is climbing onto somebody else's ship, then it's going to go back to regular initiative. That would be the plan. Okie dokie. All right, y'all killed a crab. I didn't you guys should have gotten experience points last time. Let me just I know what they are. Let me throw that in there for last week. So everybody
Do you have Zob?
would be,
I have I have a character sheet.
Oh, never mind. Okay, gotcha.
all right, so everyone for it's not much. It'd just be 50 XP for last week, because it was all social stuff for the most part, so, but there you go. I will say this, Ildor and Locke, you are both very cold at this point, so you want to do something to sort that out.
I have a question first before I try and warm myself up.
Yes.
Is there any, you said it blew up. Are there any bits of crab claw on the deck of the ship? Small pieces?
Go ahead and roll a percentile. We'll say if you roll, choose high or low. All right, we'll do it that way.
High.
Okay, so if you roll 51 or above, yes.
Is it 51 or above?
Yep.
50.
I got a 50.
Oh no! That's low. Oh my gosh. That's so.
That's actually
Pain.
blocked 100%.
That sucks.
No.
That's like he finds one little piece of claw, but there's no meat in it.
Oh, I'm not looking for meat. I'm literally looking for claws, so I probably don't find anything.
All the delicious meat and then throws it overboard.
Yeah.
You're welcome to go around and try and get a hold of some if you want, guys. It's up to you.
I'm sorry,
I think
say that
I'd
one more
have-
time. I had a dog barking.
I think I'd
You're
have some
welcome
of them.
to kind of go and try to get bits of crab. I mean, it's kind of there's chum.
Yeah, I think I'd have maybe some of the crew just get like a thumb, not put a whole bunch of work into it, but it might be nice to have for food.
Okay. All right. So we'll say, go ahead and roll. Jeez. Go ahead and roll 2d20.
Okie dokie. Oh god. I got 6 total.
Okay. So there's 6 pounds of crab meat.
Okay.
Just
Bumps.
Yeah.
Then we'll
No claws.
then Tyrion will tell the crew to get back to moving and give the helm back to Adam.
Okay. How do I do this? Oh my gosh, I'm so. Then. Okay. All right, this is fine. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at something. Oof. This is not right at all. Okay. All right. So that was actually like a decent amount of XP. Some of you are really close to leveling up, so I kind of want to give that to you now. I normally wouldn't. Who's close to leveling up?
How much do we
Ildor.
get from the crab?
Well, Ildor and Kyrian, right? You guys are pretty close.
I don't know.
It'd be 800 XP for each of you.
I don't know what XP I was starting at.
I told you. I can look it up. Give me 1 second.
No, I was a bit behind everybody. I just leveled up last.
Oh, you used
So
to. That's what it was. You
yes,
used.
I used to be close. Yeah, so I'm just into 4th level.
Okay.
No, never mind. I have it. I'm not close.
Okay.
I'm like
You know,
a third
you know
of the way
why?
there.
Because I put you on target with Ildor. I just picked the person who, yeah,
I'm
who
about
was.
a third of the way there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that, I mean, you're welcome to input that anyways. It's another 800 XP. And this is what I went to do. I went to the wrong thing. All right. This happened like right at the beginning of the day. Let's have somebody. I think it was a D8. Go ahead and roll a D8. Who's going to roll for the second half of the day? Let's do this. Is there anything you guys want to do before we even go into the second half of the day? You are very. I mean, you're good. No damage to the ship. Technically, you should have rolled for the ship as well, but I'm not going to worry about that this time. It didn't take any damage, we'll just say.
Yeah.
But theoretically, if something like that were to happen, basically like a concussive force or like a swell of water, it would need a dex save to prevent it from toppling. I'm not going to worry about it this time, because this is Introduction to Water Battles.
Okay.
And also because I didn't think of it. Bat in 1,000. So we're back to, I would say at this point, just through sheer force of like willpower / also just having to deal with this battle, none of you are seasick anymore. You are miraculously cured from your seasickness. It was just something about having to focus. The adrenaline rush, everyone's good for now. Doesn't mean you'll be good tomorrow, but at the moment, you're fine. So does anyone want to do, like, what would you guys like to do with your morning?
Well, I know after the battle, Corlin would like to go up to Kyrian and just be like, is it like this all the time when you're out here?
Well, not always crabs, but he's always got something for you.
Roll history, Kyrian.
Okie dokie. Good thing I have a negative intelligence. That's a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Stop making me roll intelligence.
That's always fun. Make this roll. You don't know what it is. You get a lousy roll.
You've only had me roll intelligence since I started with all this. Yeah, that's what he said.
This is gonna be so much fun.
You did better than I expected, I'll say.
Well, I mean, when you got a, life or death situation, you kind of like just kick in, no matter where you're at. This.
Not everybody.
Oh
And
well.
he'll point over to a smaller crew member, a halfling on in the crow's nest. That over there, that's Gromit. Gromit freezes up every time something happens. That's why we stick him in the crow's nest. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, poor Gromit.
Gromit's a shit lord. He deserves it.
Did Gromit make their deck save then?
No, Gromit ain't
Probably
shit.
not. So,
Gromit ain't shit.
no.
I was gonna say.
Gromit made the deck save. Gromit would have probably taken a lot of damage if he'd fallen out of the crow's nest.
Yep.
So-
That's what I was-
You and I will talk about like where crews will be on deck. All right, we need to figure that out. And I'm totally fine with just hand waving this time.
Okay.
But like there can't just be 40 people on deck. Like there's 80 people, but that is assuming that some of them are asleep, some of them are below deck working, some of them are above deck working, and some of them are on downtime. Like there's a whole like. And then you need to know, like, if there's someone, like, we'll have, like, average crewman stat versus the 3 named crewmen who will have specific proficiencies, and I will write up a stat block for them for you, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Anybody, like, you guys have the morning. We're not going to make you roll again immediately, so anything you want to get done, like working on spells or, hanging out with animals or whatever you want to do.
So between now and our next roll, is it time for a long or a short rest?
It is the morning, so that was the very first roll.
Yeah, we woke up and then there was a giant crab attacking us.
Yep.
Yeah. So that
All
was
right,
like
well, I'm gonna go chill and take a short rest, roll a hit die, and use my arcane whatchamadoodle to get a spell back.
that's my favorite wizard feature, Whatchamadoodles.
Whatchamadoodle?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
If
Right next to whatchamacallit, they're both great skills.
no one is
Whatchamacallit
going
That one guy in particular.
if no one is going to talk to Kyrian, if someone is, stop me.
Well, I was gonna grab Locke and come over and talk to you.
Okay.
He's just shaking like, I was gonna go get Eldor to warm me up. What's
Oh,
up?
well. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Maybe you should do that then.
I could talk.
No, I don't think you should die on your friendship. Okay, never mind.
And then I head down to find Eldor to see if he can help warm us up.
Okay, never mind.
Because he's
He's
the
just
fire
gonna
guy.
burn you alive.
At this point, I'm freezing to
Wait.
death.
I had Locke.
I don't really have any special like fire spells other than like actual ones that will kill you. So
Yeah. Do you have
Yes.
do you have prestidigitation?
I don't. I used to, but I don't anymore.
What
So no.
about What about you?
I do have firebolt, so I could easily light something on fire. So
Oh,
I guess the
God.
question is, do we want to use firebolt
Yes,
on a
use
ship made of
firebolt
wood?
on me to warm me up, and then I will heal us back up afterwards.
Locke,
What?
do you have prestidigitation?
I do not.
So I don't talk to Kiri.
That
I
seems
follow
like a
Locke.
lyric thing.
Yeah,
It,
that's
it
a
was a
lyric.
lyric thing. Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, he had it.
I have the light spell.
You can change clothes. You'll be fine. You can go find a room and like change and warm up.
Fine, be that way. Don't
Or you
light
can
me on fire.
I am absolutely ready, willing, and able. Just let me
No.
know. Like, if,
Okay, but if you do,
firebolt never hurt anybody.
don't roll a nat one.
Totally,
Why?
totally won't burn the ship. I mean, there's water everywhere. What could go wrong?
No.
Roll
Don't
an
be saying
attack.
that.
Roll an attack.
No.
No.
No, I follow Locke down.
You're not-
This is
Alright.
a bad idea. We're not
All right,
going
I'm
to do
just
this.
gonna go change. That's fine.
Fine, I change, whatever.
They're not there. Roll an attack.
I was there with
Why
Locke.
are you doing this?
I was there with Locke, so I pushed Locke back.
Oh,
to
I'm
the-
rolling. 16.
That hit you?
Just barely.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Clothes are gonna fucking catch fire.
No.
No, because the magic spells don't catch clothes on fire if they're worn.
Really?
Yeah, most spells, unless it
Sure.
specifically says that they do, they don't
Wait,
do damage.
Are we all
to
above
clothes.
deck and just watching this happen?
We
Yes.
were below
So
deck.
I extend my hands, and this bolt of flame goes out, hits Locke right in the chest.
You take 6 damage, but you feel a lot warmer.
Oh, much
And,
better.
and I just kind of walk over to him as he's glowing and kind of warm my hands, kind of rub them together, hold him out like he's a little bit of a fire right now.
You're both
What
feeling
the-
pretty good right about now, other than being in pain from the fire.
What in the hell are you doing?
Warming up. And then
Just warming my friend
Not
up.
involved in this. I would just like to say. I said this was a bad idea.
I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Carla's just gonna take this all in and just look over at Kiri and it's like, so how did y'all two become friends again? I must have all the
13.
throwing up, dehydration, you know. I'm losing it.
Oh, well, before I tell you the story, somebody go get Aaliyah and have her bring up some water.
You're cutting out,
True.
you're cutting out a little bit. Somebody something water, but I couldn't hear that whole thing.
Okay. I'd basically just have the crew bring them some water if she said they're dehydrated.
Okay.
But we met a long time ago when we were kids. I came into port one day, met him by chance, and weird kind of friendship. I would come see him anytime I came into town, and we'd get into all sorts of nonsense.
Weird friendship or just weird friend?
Yes?
Yes. Okay. Yes. That sounds about right.
Makes complete sense.
And by the
Yes.
way, the background music, you can go ahead and say that is what the crew is singing. The crew sings a lot on the ship.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, Lyric would love this.
Yeah, I may have muted that.
That's okay. You don't have to. I have it down very low. So I have a hard time listening to music and thinking because I really
too.
just, my brain is like, I love music.
That's pretty accurate. I think too.
So, again, if no one, or while people are talking to him, I guess Kyrian is going to start working on a spell for later.
So is he doing this in front of us?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
So now I'm
what
very
is?
curious.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Can I do a perception check to see if I can figure it out?
So we know a couple things about Kyrian here. We know he has magic missiles. We know he has a low intelligence. We can start to glean some things about
Sure you can.
Kyrian's class.
He's
here.
been
Figure
friends
this
with
stuff out.
Locke for a very long time, so that says something about him.
Hey,
You
The
don't
mega-
know
we were
what
all my friends. It says the same thing about you.
Kyrian, tell me what you're doing again. I'm sorry.
Working on a spell for later.
Working on a spell for later. Okay, I mean, yeah, go ahead and roll insight. Or you could talk to him. That's option 2. But if you want to stare at him, go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah, I'm not asking questions yet. I'm watching.
Okay.
After I warm up, I
Yeah,
come up
Coralyn's
with
asking.
Indy and all that because she wanted to ask questions while I was there.
Yeah, so Coralyn's asking, then I'm gonna have insight on what he's doing and also whether or not it sounds like he's leaving information out. So insight.
Okay. Coralyn's going to ask, so that's what you're roll insight to see whether he's leaving information out.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah. So 18.
Okay.
You're just gonna assume I lied
Coralyn, feel
before.
free to have a conversation.
What kind of spell is that? Is that like arcane or is it like holy? Like
Kinda
what
squints at you. It's magic.
Well, yeah, but it's what kind?
It's my kind. I don't really know. And
What?
he kind of holds his hands up, and like a little bit of lightning will spark from one hand to the other. I don't know what you mean.
Where did you learn to do that?
Locke will pop up. Probably not holy. He's never been a very religious person.
Now that is fair. That is very fair. Probably not holy. I don't know what holy magic. Where'd I learn to do that? On the ship.
Oh, it's like reading while you're on the ship.
Less reading, more fiddling.
Okay.
Kyrian, I'm gonna have you roll for the thing that you're doing.
What would you like me to roll?
Well, deception or persuasion.
Oh,
I'm not gonna give it away. I'm just saying in an alphabetical order.
natural 20.
Andy, he's hard to read.
I'm so sorry, Indy. You keep trying to inside check me.
She
He seems
going
already
to a chair and interrogate you at one point, just so you know.
Just to be very clear, he's obviously not being super duper like
Not
wordy
right.
with his answers, but he's, he could just be A, confused about what's being asked, or B, just not a person who talks that much.
Sidestepping.
But he doesn't seem to be lying as far as you are aware.
So I vaguely remember having to roll for spells that we want to learn later.
Yeah. If you're going to spend the rest of the morning doing that, you can roll a d20, but add your spellcasting modifier, whatever that might be.
Okay.
Coralyn, you can do this too. Just, I should say this. I'm not going to limit this to, like, if you want to, it won't give you more spell slots, but if you want to get more spells.
I got
There's
a 16.
there's definitely some druidy spells that she would be interested in.
So for you, that would be, so go ahead and keep that somewhere. You're going to have to keep that in your notes, Kyrian.
Okay.
And just say, like, I don't know, like, have a section where you just say, I'm this many points towards making a spell. And when you get to 100, then you're good.
Okay.
But if you go over, you don't get extra. You just, you hit 100 and then you have to restart from 0.
Gotcha. So he'll
Okay.
just do that while he's talking to you guys.
I'm not able to do stuff like that, right?
So, yeah, Coralyn, if you're looking at druidy kind of spells, are they ones that you could take for your subclass or not?
They're not. Well, one specifically she really wants to have is a cantrip.
Okay, so that, same thing. If you wanted to kind of work on that, I would say, again, roll at your spellcasting modifier. Normally, but it's not a cantrip that you'd normally be able to take. I was going to say a cantrip, I would make it a lower number, but because it's something that's outside of your specific spell like spell options, it'll be, we'll say you need a total of 50 for that. But then for any leveled spell, it has to be a level you can cast, and it's going to be 100.
Okay.
So cantrip, if it was one that you could take, I would say it'd be like 25 points. Like that'd be super easy. It'd be more like just practicing like a little simple trick kind of a thing. But because that's not something that normally you'd be able to take. And then for people who are using Roll20, I only know this because I'm playing in another campaign that is also letting me add spells. The best way that I've found to add them when you get them, if you're using not Roll20, D&D Beyond, is that you make a copy of the what's that called? Magic Initiate feat, and then just change it. So like you can go down and find the section that says, you get 2 cantrips and a level 1 spell, and you can change that so you're only getting a cantrip, or you're only getting a level 1 spell, or like you can change that section, and it's pretty, like, you have to hunt around, but it's pretty intuitive, and if you need help, I'm happy to help you. But like that was how I found out, because my character is a sorcerer, and I couldn't add, like, wizards can add 1,000,000 spells, sorcerers technically can't, but for me that was how I found, like, for a class like a paladin where you can't add as many spells as you want to, that would be how I would, that's what worked for me. And then you can still have the spell in your spells on D&D Beyond. So Corlin, if at any point you get to that spell and you want me to help you figure that out, I'm happy to do that. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. And what is it that I know I have to get to 50, but what is it that I have to roll?
A D20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. Okay. 7.
Okay, that's fine. So you're, we can roll again, in the afternoon if you want to keep doing that. It's up to you. Anything anyone else wants to do in the morning, you're welcome to just hang out with one another, or, work on stuff.
Yeah, since we're all
I'll do the
hanging
same
out,
thing,
working
so
on
I'll
stuff-
head off and.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go off and study my next spell as well, and so I'll roll towards that in the dice channel, and then throw in my notes. Go ahead, Locke.
I was gonna say, if I'm able, I don't know if you let my, because I'm a weird case, obviously, but if I'm able to learn extra spells, I'll work on one that I asked you about a while ago. The fuck that guy in particular.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna work on that while talking and
roll with advantage. That's the best spell.
Oh my god, I never should have talked about this spell.
I love this spell so much.
Oh, goodness.
18, so 25.
Okay, so that you're at 25 points towards learning the best spell in the world. And I think the way that is going to work is it's going to work a little bit like, we'll say it's going to work like, what's that cleric thing? Is it Divine Intervention?
Yeah.
Right, where if you roll under your level, it hits somebody useful to you.
Oh, okay. And then it's just not helpful at all if you roll above.
Oh, I mean, somebody somewhere is getting hit.
Oh yeah, someone definitely is getting hit, but it might not be useful to you if you roll above.
You mean it could
Yes.
be like a friend?
It could
Yep.
hit a random commoner across the continent.
It's gonna be Anastasia, just minding her own business.
Oh
taking
God, no.
Oh man.
No, we'll have it be under your level. So you'll roll a D100, and if it's under your level, then it works. It hits somebody, something useful. If it is the inverse of that, so right now you guys are like level 4-ish.
Yes.
If you rolled a 90, 7 or above, it's going to hit probably someone you wish it wouldn't.
7, a 7 and above?
97.
97.
Oh, 97 on a percentile.
So basically 97, 98, 99, 100, the top 4 numbers. And then when you...
Oh no, Life's gonna hit those numbers. This is
I might change my mind on that. You're not there yet anyways.
This
Um,
is 50 out of 51, guy.
yeah. I might modify that. Well, I'll think about it. But like, there's got to be a chance that you also hit somebody that you wish you wouldn't.
And how many? I am 25 out of 100 for this?
100.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're a quarter of the way there.
Just wanted to make sure.
Indy, same thing. Like, I know you're not rolling for spell proficiencies,
Yeah.
but you could, if you wanted to, just as an idea, if you wanted to be proficient, not in all martial weapons, but if you wanted to, like, you know, work with a crew member and get better at ballistas or get better at cannons or like navigating, like you could work with a navigator. He's fun. You'd
Yeah, I
like
think
working with him.
Yeah, I think that's what I was doing before, or I was going to do before I was learning more of the navigation.
Okay. You remember you met some of the crew?
Correct.
Right, you met
Smile.
And I think
A
it was the
dwarf?
Kenku, right? That didn't talk or something?
He's
nope.
not a Kenku. He's just
Nope.
fucking weird.
You met a dwarf
Oh.
who was kind of this pompous cleric.
Oh, okay.
You met a half elf that was very, very quiet and always just sort of looked like she wanted to sink into the floor.
Fair enough.
And you met a halfling who had some teeth and seemed incredibly happy. So if you ask for the navigator, Kyrian will point you towards that halfling.
The halfling that's happy and has missing teeth.
I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of missing things.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean body parts. I just mean, you know, stuff.
Yeah, so I'll kind of walk over and start talking to him a little. Maybe I'll ask, trying to think. I don't know anything about sea voyages.
Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead, talk to him. Go ahead and talk to him. He's over there. He's hanging out doing stuff.
I'm just gonna say, Kyrian's gonna follow you when you say you want to learn how to navigate. He's gonna go with you, and he'll just sit down and watch.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Smile. He's our navigator.
Okay.
Hey.
So I'll just kind of walk over and say hi and introduce myself.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Great. And he holds his hand out for a handshake.
Okay. I looked down at his hand. Does anything seem kind of funky about it or no?
I mean, it's a little dirty.
Okay. All right. I'll shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
Just want to make sure.
He keeps shaking your hand.
Okay. Then I pull my hand away.
He's rapidly shaking your hand. He is shaking your hand at full speed.
Okay. So am I able to pull my hand away?
You are.
Okay.
He smiles at you. What's up?
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about how you navigate this ship.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. Yeah, come on. And he just scrambles off, like, over towards, like, he's got a pile. It looks like a nest. It looks like there are animals, like raccoons, that, like, the reason a raccoon, as cute as it is, makes a bad pet is because they, like, hoard things. They'll, like, take stuff from around the house and, like, make a little nest for themselves and, like, tear up something soft and, like, just take stuff. He kind of looks like that. It's a pile of just stuff. And he starts, like, digging through it. Like, it's I know, give me a second. Just give me a second. All right, no, here it is. Right here. And
I know someone whose room looks a lot like this.
and he brings out, like, a wad of papers. And he just shoves them at you.
Okay, so I'll take a peek at these and see what they say.
These are maps. But the first thing you need to do, alright. And he'll like sit you down and he'll talk about like, okay, like right now you gotta know what time it is. You gotta have a good idea of what time it is. You know what time it is?
I start taking notes on the back of like random papers that he gave me.
Yeah, totally fine. He's fine with this. Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say go ahead and roll survival.
Oh god, I have to survive this.
No. Survival to see if you know what time it is. Don't panic.
Okay. Your life depends on it.
You
Yeah.
hate surviving this.
Okay, 19.
Okay, all right. So you get a pretty decent guess. You think it's like not noon, but getting closer to noon, like maybe somewhere in the 11 o'clock hour.
Okay.
And he looks like he smiles bigger and his eyes get even bigger. Like, he's not on something. You're pretty sure he's not on something because he's working. But like, yeah. It's right around, and he kind of looks up at the sky and then licks his finger and holds it up, and he goes, yeah, 11:05. All right, so that means, and he just starts explaining like the time of year, like that the sun is arcing across the sky, and it's still like at its highest point at noon, but it's closer to the horizon. On like this side of the ship, and it would be the west side of the ship. So basically, like it's a smaller arc because it's not arcing like the highest point in the sky. And then he explains how he uses that to figure out, like, this is a lot of math for you.
Okay.
But how he uses that to figure out, and he's like, we have to do this again.
So I might be able to get through.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and that helps you. In fact, I'll give you I'll give you advantage. I'm gonna have you roll, I'll have you roll history with advantage. And that's going to be what you roll to help you get better at navigation. You're going to do the same thing, like you're aiming for 100 to be proficient.
Oh, do I roll? I don't roll a d20 then.
You do roll a d20 and add your
Yeah.
with advantage, and then add your history.
I did, but it's not showing up. Like I rolled it, and nothing's happening in what do you call it? D20.
Roll in the dice pot room then,
Okay.
or real dice. Roll your dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Roll your
dice.
dice.
Okay. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
I'll
All
roll
right, so
it
it's
again. The other one's 3, so. Okay.
yeah, so it's that plus your history.
Yeah, so it's 22. Yep.
Okay, and
20 plus
you're gonna
3.
have to keep track of that. When you get to 100, you will have basically proficiency in navigator's tools.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and so at this point, he's like talking about how to find your way in the daytime and how you sort of have to get used to like different times of year. The sun's gonna arc across a different part of the sky, and you also have to know which way is north, so you can like make it easier to tell where the sun is in the sky because it rises in the east and sets in the west. And he'll give you like an old beat up compass to use, so you can add a compass to your equipment.
Okay.
I'm going to say when you use this compass, you'll have to make a note of it. You should be able to modify it. We'll say that there's like a 5% chance that it doesn't work just because it's old. And you can get it fixed up. It's more like it's a little bit rusty or something like that, or maybe things are not quite aligned perfectly. So when you use it, you'd have to roll a percentage, and if you roll 5 or below, then it will not give you an accurate reading. But you can get it fixed. It's more like it's his spare, and he hasn't gotten around to fixing it.
Okay. Sounds good.
He smells real funky.
Like rotting wood.
He smells.
Yeah.
Like he's just a bad smelling guy.
Okay.
His breath smells real rank, and he's talking very close to you. And you kind of like stand up as tall as you can, and he'll climb up on some boxes so he can talk to you.
That's what I just give up. I'm like, alright.
Yeah. It's not like It doesn't spell. I don't know. You know what? Go ahead and roll insight.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so insight.
At some point, Kyrian will get bored with the torture and head back up top.
Okay.
Keep doing what he was doing, looking over the sea while he practices the spell.
My insight. Oh, yeah, my insight. Okay. 15.
Okay. He smells like rotting something.
Cool.
That's what I can tell you. Yeah, you're not really. It's not something you're super familiar with. Well, hang on. Did we say that you were familiar? You've been on a ship. I mean, it's
Yeah.
something.
I
There's
haven't
something
sailed,
that's
but-
big.
Yeah, like far into the ocean, but I have been on a ship.
Yeah, there's something about it that's vaguely familiar, but it definitely smells like it's gone off.
Nothing I can see looking at him, right? Like, I don't see some
Nope,
part of
it
his
looks
body.
like it's just a dude. And you're not even sure that it's necessarily specifically like him,
Right.
but it's just you notice it because you're spending time around him.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright. sounds good.
Anyone want anything else to do in the morning, or will we roll for the afternoon?
Can I ask him a question, the little guy?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say, so how long have you been on the ship for?
Oh, like a few years. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's very good. I like this guy.
Well, how-
You know, he didn't have to pull us out of the water, but he did, and that was really cool because we were kind of attacking him. And I don't know, like, yeah, it's been a few years.
You were attacking this ship, and he made you
I
part
mean-
of the crew?
It's a job.
Well, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. No, we're all cool. It's fine.
No, I mean it sounds like he treats you good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, does everyone else feel like that? It seems like he knows what he's doing.
Sure.
Stuck in interrogation, or everyone else sucks.
No.
Okay.
Are you trying? I mean, you want to roll for something, or are you just having a conversation with him?
I mean, I'm just trying, like, I guess I'm just trying to find more information about how this guy got these big giant ships. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very different. So I guess he's just trying to figure out, because, like, insight on her is that, you know, her past is that people have always been really shady, so she's really curious on how he got something like this happening for him and whether or not it was an honest trade sort of thing.
Okay.
Curious about it.
I mean, all you've asked him so far is how the crew likes Kyrian.
Right. I don't really know. I'm trying to think of what to ask.
All right, we can come back to you if you want. What does
Okay.
anyone? What's everyone else doing?
I mean, morning time, Coraline just on deck looking at flowers, and that was her role.
Oh, yeah, looking at those flowers. They look slightly damp, but they're still pretty.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to fish off this boat, is there? Because we're just going too fast.
No way.
Yeah, it'd be. You could do like a net thing. Do you have proficiency with a net?
I can't remember, do I?
It's a martial weapon.
Because I bought a net. Well, no, my net is on Gary.
Also, they have nets, so you could like try. You're not going to catch as much going this fast, but you can try.
That's true.
Do you have proficiency with a net?
Well, if it's a martial weapon, I am proficient with martial weapons.
Okay, so you could ask. I mean, and you get some crew to help you kind of operate it. You want to try to catch some fish to go with the lobster?
The crew would probably tell you that we do that every night.
Oh, well, then she'll help them do that whenever it's time for that.
Okay.
So you can always
She doesn't
like,
wanna-
do it when the boat's not moving at like 90 miles an hour or whatever.
Yeah, she doesn't want to feel too useless, so that would make her feel better.
Just don't want you to get rocked off the side of the boat.
I mean, she's a strong gal.
You are in heavy armor. That is bad when you swim.
Yeah.
You are strong, but you are in heavy armor.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm. All right, the ghost of Lyric has entered the chat.
Oh god.
Corlin.
Wait, he died?
Apparently, because Corlin has started saying it's fine.
Oh, that's because he's
He's
rubbed
not
off on
here,
us.
someone has to.
Yeah.
It's true.
To be fair, at some point we've all said it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else doing anything in the morning or no? Because if not, I'm going to go back to Indy.
Lockwood asked Kyrian about how many giant crabs have you had to kill while out on these waters?
No. Hang on. Can't. We
Yeah.
ever run into any crab before?
I mean, not that often. I think,
Just that
Giant
one trip
crabs?
up north, right?
yeah. And we're not up here as often.
Nah. Yeah, it's not normal.
Okay, that's boring.
Yeah. Not everything's all flash and gunfire, like they say.
Well, I was hoping for a story, but oh well.
Got plenty of stories, just not many about crabs.
Fair. Alright. And then, yeah, he's just gonna be working on his spell for the rest of the morning.
Okay. Indy, are you ready to continue your interrogation?
Sure. We'll see what happens. So I guess somewhere along the conversation, she'll just say, so how did he get this ship?
I don't know. He's eating popcorn now.
Like somebody else.
He already had it when I met him. I don't know, it's a good ship. You get a ship, you buy them, you work your way up the ranks. Yeah.
It just seems like a very big ship and a lot of responsibility.
I know. You wouldn't think he'd be good at it, but here you go.
Who taught you to
Wait.
navigate?
Oh, I'm just good at it. You just look and here, watch this. And he's gonna he's got a hat on, just like a knit cap, and he pulls it down over his eyes. Said, "Spin me around."
Oh my god, they knew he was gonna say that. So she begrudgingly spins him around. She's like, I don't know what else the hell to do. So she spins him around.
Tell me which direction to point: north, south, east, or west.
West.
He points west.
That's pretty good.
Do it again.
Okay. Northwest.
Flirting.
He points northwest.
Okay, well, I will say I am impressed. Maybe you
Yeah.
can give me more information. Maybe I can get a little bit better another time.
I don't know. This is something I do. I'm not really good at a lot of things. Like, people say that I'm bad with people and I kind of smell bad. But I really know where my directions are.
Yeah, I don't know why people would say that. People are very good with your direction.
I tried roll deception.
You almost got away with that.
Yeah, I know. It was good. Deception sucks.
Don't hurt Smile's feelings. Not Smiles.
17.
All right, he smiles.
Aw, there we go.
He goes, yeah, I tried a lot of jobs. I tried, selling fruit. It didn't work. I ate all the fruit. I tried entertaining people, but I can't play instruments, and I think I broke one of them. I tried being a bartender, but then I got drunk, and they got mad at me for that. But every time I got kicked out of a job, I knew which way was north.
There you go. Yeah, we once had a delivery person, and she didn't do so great with that, but I figure she probably found her calling somewhere else.
I feel like, yeah, you find your place, you know.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you very much. Maybe another time you can show me more.
Yeah.
She like quickly walks away.
He smiles. He just grins.
Young navigator love.
Do we? I don't think it was brought up, but do we know approximately how old Kyrian is?
I don't think you ever asked.
Corlin, you should interrogate him. I think you do a better job.
That's where you're most likely wrong.
You just so nicely. He would never like consider that someone was trying to get information.
Yeah, but D&D isn't just based off niceness. You gotta roll for shit too. That's where that's where I'm bad. Okay. I think it's too meta for Corlin to ask how old he is, but can I insight to see if I can estimate how old he is?
You can. You could also just walk up to somebody and say, "How old are you?" But yes, you may. Go ahead and.
Well, I'm just trying to think about like that was Indy's conversation that she was having, where like it kind of came up like, oh, you know,
Sure, but
this
is
is bigger.
Corlin wondering how old he is?
Well, I mean, we haven't really. I guess our ages have been brought up a couple of times. We know that Locke has a kid, and he's in his 30s.
You guys, yeah, that's the only person whose age you know.
Oh shit! Maybe we need to have like a camp. We should have a slumber party and get to know each other better. That's what Corlin's doing. Corlin is gonna gather everybody up, and it is just gonna be like, y'all, okay, we had a near-death experience. Well, not near-death experience, but you know, we had our first little battle together, and that's all great. We're gonna be traveling, and I mean, a couple of us been traveling together already, but it's like we barely know that much about each other. We need to have a slumber party, okay? We get a whole bunch of, well, maybe not a whole bunch, because I don't know what's on here on this ship, but we get stuff together, and we all get snuggled in, and then we just spend the night just hanging out and talking about ourselves. I just think that's a great idea. Tell them that to everybody.
All right.
It's not a question. She's telling you.
It's happening.
Yes.
Okay. You want to set up for this slumber party?
Once
Who does
she,
recruit to help her with the slumber party?
huh?
Who do you recruit to help?
Well, she's gonna tell everybody it's happening, and once she gets some kind of like, you know, affirmation that they understand it's happening, then she's gonna walk away and like go get crew and like, okay, I need blankets, we need the food that prepared. But once she tells Indy, if Indy's like, hey, let me help, then she'll gather Indy because you know they're peas in a pod.
Kyrian would tell you that they can have it in his quarters for the night, so the crew doesn't bother them.
Bam! Okay, he was probably the first person that she told.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want some help, I can help you with it.
Yes, we need blankets, we need
Okay.
pillows, we need...
Should we get some hammocks?
Should we get hammocks? No, I think this is like floor talk. It needs to be floor talk. Hi, Kira. Mommy's playing D&D. Go away.
Oh no! What kind of pet? You have a dog or a cat? I'm assuming.
I have a pit bull who's licking my arm because she wants to go outside.
Aw.
You guys, let's take a break. All right, if she needs to pee, I can take my dog out. I'm totally fine with that. We'll take like
Yeah.
a 10-minute break because your dog should not have to cross her little puppy legs.
She's also a big ass baby, so
Yeah, so 10-minute break. If anyone wants to, get a drink, go to the bathroom, take your dog outside, whatever. Go nuts.
No problem.
Right.
That's like our dogs. They're big drama queens.
she
I
really
know.
is.
Yeah, I don't know if you hear Shadow was at the door whining. Like, calm down, son. You just went out an hour ago. You are not dying.
He did go potty though.
He did? That's a good boy.
Come back.
she
and
did have to go
apparently
pee.
now there's a slumber party. I have no idea how I missed slumber
It
party.
was we had a 45-second conversation when she took the dogs out, and we were having a slumber party. I assume that Locke is going to love that.
Oh,
Locke can help create the slumber party.
Maybe
We'll
give Locke
so-
food. Then he
Yeah.
gets food.
7:35. We're gonna give. I mean,
Okay.
so that we have time to like take care of animals and whatever.
okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Come on, ye young sailor men, listen to me. Oh, give us some time to blow the man down. Now first came the
Blow
herring,
them
saying I'm
something
king
down?
of the
The man.
seas. Way, hey, blow the man down. He jumped on the poop, oh, the captain will be. Oh, give us some time to blow the man down. Next came the flatfish, they call him a skate. Way, hey, blow the man down. If you'll be the captain, well then I'm the mate. Oh, give us some time to blow the man down. Next came the hag, he was black as a rook. Way, hey, blow the man down. Says he, I'm no sailor, I'll ship as the cook. Oh, give us some time to blow the man down. Next came the sharp with his 2 rows of teeth. Way, hey, blow the man down. Cook, mind you the cabbage, and I'll mind the beef. Oh, give us some time
Is anyone
to
in chat?
blow the man down. Then
I mean, I
came
have
the
my
eel
headphones
with his
on, so-
slippery tail.
We're just Puppy has come back in and now she expects a tea.
You guys are killing me, by the way. Like, I'm muting myself because I'm laughing because you guys keep like trying to figure things out about Kyrian without ever talking to him.
Yeah, we're not smart.
Thought I did.
Well, I mean, I've asked several questions and kind of got like blow off answers, and it's like I don't know without walking up and be like, "Listen, buddy."
I think the problem here isn't necessarily you're getting blow off answers. I think it's that you're not getting some kind of terrifying, like, I am a risen dead soldier of
Monster.
eons past, like, and you're just not happy with that.
Not really, because I feel like somebody doesn't win a big giant boat like this in a bet. Like something happens and they get a boat. Like you know what I mean?
Pirates are weird, man. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Not
That's true.
Locke's got no reason to question his friend. Like, this is like
Well, yeah, he's your
this is
friend.
like your childhood best friend telling you, "Oh yeah, I want to know the thing." You don't question it until it's obvious that he lied.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to question it.
Plus, he knows a lot of the weirder stuff that's going on with him, or at least some of the weirder stuff that's going on with him already. So,
Quote unquote weird stuff, as in he can do magic like other people.
no, like the ship thing that
Yeah,
you showed
the
him.
lightning thing with the ship.
Yeah.
So, like, Locke knows about that. He knows what you used to look like.
Is he? Are you still walking around with the green skin and everything?
I don't know what you mean. I look the way I look.
Okay.
Yes. As far as you guys are
See,
concerned,
both questions.
as far as you guys are concerned, that's how he's always looked.
The way that he
mean,
walked
that's
in
just-
at the pub.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys
That's
have
just how I
never
look.
seen him in other ways.
Okay.
Only Locke has.
I wasn't sure if something had changed when we got to the ship, but no, it's the same.
Not at all.
And
if
for those
anything,
curious,
the thing,
yes, Locke is wearing a hat
I'd-
that makes him look like himself.
Oh, you're still.
I'd say the only thing that you'd notice that changed about Kyrian when he got on the ship is he went from being kind of anxious and uncomfortable, like he seemed in that inn,
right.
to being very, very relaxed. Very, very kicked back. Like, we haven't had a whole lot of time for it, but he's constantly walking around the ship, like, talking to people, checking on them, joking with them. He sits down for games with people all the time.
That makes sense.
He
That's
sings.
pretty
He sings with the crew, and oftentimes leads some of the songs.
cool. You have a good singing voice.
It's very, very deep, but yes, he's a surprisingly good singer, which is news to Locke.
Locke tries to join in, but is not a good singer. And doesn't know the words.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I figure after a day or so he'll start to like get the lyrics, but it won't change the fact that he's not a good singer.
Are you just making sounds with the words? Like they're like, "Blow the man down." You're like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's how it starts. And after a while, it's like you hear him actually saying a few of the words where he knows them, but he's always like half a second off. So they're like, "Man," and then he says, "Man."
Yeah, and the crew is a very colorful crew. There's all sorts of races and people.
Which is cool.
Yeah. I don't know why these other why my friends all of a sudden have to, question you. It's not like he's they question each other at this point. It's like, well, I told you he was a friend. Why all the questions of the third degree? I mean,
All the questions. They haven't asked me anything.
Yeah, I know.
It's third degree when, you've just met somebody and, just,
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. I think it's fun as hell.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Like,
Well,
he has a packs that involves a little bit of the scene, not a lot, but there's a huge dynamic in there, and so she's very untrustworthy about aspects of it because she hasn't seen a positive side of it. So that's her problem. She's like, this, I don't know. Like, I don't see. I never had a good experience, so I don't know.
No, Locke is not like, why are you being so rude? Like, Locke knows that Kyrian likes to tell stories, so he's like, Kyrian is loving being asked questions.
And Indy's very much trying not to be rude to Locke's friend. Like, that's not her goal, but this is rude. So she's like, just trying to find out to make herself feel better, but she's not exactly getting there.
Yeah, I will say, Kyrian hasn't been off-put by any of the questions you've asked whatsoever.
Right.
Like, the only question that you guys have asked that would have warranted an actual story, one of the party members already knew the whole story, which was the Nautilus, the name of the ship.
Right.
I am back. Is everybody back?
I don't know. Is Ildor back?
I'm back.
I think maybe everyone but Eldor. I haven't heard anything.
Okay. I will type in the chat. Ildor.
So Locke will be in charge of cookies and food for the sleepover. This number party. Crab cake cookies.
I was gonna say, did we bring food for this journey? Like, I know
The cook would
like,
cook things.
We got
The
like
chef
probably
will-
provisions for the ship, but
The
like,
chef will cook the food. You guys don't have to worry about that.
yeah.
Elia doesn't
No, I
get
think
all
they
the
want
main
cookies.
chances.
And I'm like, did we bring stuff for cookies?
Well, not
Oh,
the cookies, but
we
snacks.
we can't make cookies on a boat.
Yeah.
I don't know what concept
Why?
of snacks. We want chocolate cookies.
Wait, I don't understand. Why can't you make cookies on a boat?
Because Elia doesn't make cookies.
Why?
Not the kind of food she makes.
Okay.
She doesn't really make desserts. She makes meals.
Okay, well there's a sleepover happening, so that's gotta change.
You are welcome to take it up with Elia. You are welcome to take it up with Elia, but she's a very stubborn woman.
You want to go take it up with her?
Yes.
All right.
God.
I
Describe.
will come along. Coraline, can I come with you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is the one member of the crew that not even Kyrian talks back to.
Well, I mean, Coraline was gonna talk to, the people who made food anyways. Like, because she's gonna go in that area.
She's gonna use
And-
the southern charm.
Yeah, well, maybe. We'll see.
She's gonna try.
She's gonna try.
You see me having to
And-
drag Coraline out like, she's not worth it, man. She's not worth it.
She'll just
Tell the
go in
kids
there and, just be like, so, I know we're just, visiting on this boat, this little adventure. But we're gonna have a fun night tonight, like Kyrian and us trying to get to know each other a little better. So I was wondering, is it possible if either I can make something or y'all can make something? I'm looking for like kind of like little just like either finger foods, little sweet stuff like cookies or like a scone. Oh my god, scones are so fun. Biscuits, cornbread, whatever you got or whatever you're willing to let me just peruse in here.
All right, Kyrian, describe this woman.
Alaya is a very short human, bordering on maybe being a halfling. She is robust and, very motherly in her outward nature. But she is firm. Probably when you start asking her questions, she just glares at you.
Yeah. Or doesn't change anything for him.
All right, so go ahead and roll persuasion.
Can
Okay.
I assist her in some way?
What are you doing? You haven't said anything, so.
Yeah, so, I bet you can make fantastic cookies. That sounds really good. Does that work?
Go ahead and roll.
Wait, she rolls or I roll?
No, Corlin can roll. We'll lower the DC a little bit.
So I rolled a 16 plus my persuasion, which is 4, so dirty 20.
Nice. You don't know what Kyrian was saying. This woman is the best woman. She sees you, and she kind of looks like, I can picture, but I don't know what movie it's from. It's from a Miyazaki film. There's like a little woman who's almost like round shaped and has like a bun on top of her head.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she looks like. And she just goes, "Oh my gosh, somebody who appreciates the art of bacon." And she comes over and gives you like a hug, but she's basically just kind of hugging like up to your waist. She can't quite reach any higher than that. She says, "Absolutely. Look, we don't really have the correct ingredients for cookies, but I could do some cornbread. We've got some honey here. We've got some. I will hook you up." And she just toddles off, and you're pretty sure that the look of fear on Kyrian's face was not warranted. She seems pretty chill.
I don't know what that man was thinking. I mean, this is the nicest woman. I would have loved her as my grandmammy, I tell you what. Because that lady will put the fear in you. Oh, Lady Sunstride, you didn't mess with her.
As soon as they go down to talk, I'm just like, I just want to apologize in advance for whatever happens. I'm just
do you
gonna
mean?
get out of the way. I apologize.
That's Kyrian?
Yeah.
Why are you apologizing?
Because you said she's very, very firm and strict, and my friends don't usually take no for an answer. So I apologize.
Firm and strict. Yeah, more like she cares about her cooking, and she doesn't like being told what to do. Depends how they handle it.
Yeah.
Most people get kicked out with a meat cleaver, but maybe they'll have better luck.
Like I said, it's a 50-50 in my opinion, but I just want to apologize just in case, so it's out of the way.
And right about then, you guys roll back in.
Oh my gosh, she is the sweetest lady. I am so excited to see what she comes up with. Oh my god, we're gonna have some bread. We're gonna have some good stuff for this little sleepover. I don't know what y'all worry about. Okay, guys, I'm gonna gather blankets. Gonna get everything together.
All right, Ildor, go ahead and roll a d8. Oh my gosh. You know what? This is not even fair. Anime food is the best food. I'm going nuts here.
Like,
Ildor, let me
looking at their ramen, you're just like, why? Like, why?
I know. Okay. Oh, geez. You guys roll. Okay. Always threes. What is wrong with
No,
you?
Corlin. There's something wrong with that.
Honey buns.
What? Wait, hang on.
Don't you want a piece of this?
Ew, no. Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
Disturbing.
you
That's
see
so bad.
a large pastry approaching you that looks like
Our next enemy is a large pastry.
yeah, your nightmares. You recognize it from your nightmares, and it is floating across the ocean at you. All right, give me 1 second to open a thing and see. That's definitely a something. You guys cannot roll anything other than this stupid.
This is what she makes,
Number.
Corlin.
Oh hell yeah.
It's the same number every single time. All right, hang on. Yes. Go ahead and roll a D100.
I'm sorry, you want me to do that?
Yeah, you
All right.
reap what you sow, sir.
Dear God.
99. It's got to be good.
What'd you do?
99.
Oh,
Okay, interesting. Hang on.
Something good.
Or something awful.
Please don't.
Awful can be good too, though. Ilder just likes extreme.
I look at it as it's just another opportunity to get another pet.
Oh no.
Okay.
What a pet cinnamon
Ildur,
bun?
what is your passive perception?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
It is 13.
Okay, which is fine. So we're gonna say, like, at some point you wander up in the afternoon, and you see something just a ways out from the ship, and you can tell that it is like a shipwreck, basically. Like it looks like a ship. You can see a mast sticking up, and you see, but it's not like shaped like a ship. It's shaped like somebody's really weird interpretation of what a ship could be. Not the kind that would hold water out of its hull. You see it kind of
Oh,
off in the distance.
all right. Where am I in relation to everybody else?
Well, they're in the captain's quarters, which are like you could get to them from the main deck. No problem.
All right. So I kind of run over there and I burst in the door and I go, hey, guys, you got to check this out. There's a ship or something out here.
All right. Go see what's up.
There you go.
Ship like they coming up to us or
I don't know. You just got to come see.
So what do we see?
You see especially, I mean, Locke would be able to confirm because you have a good, passive perception or even active perception. You see a sunken ship.
Like half, like basically in the water, kind of. I mean, like just
It,
in the
it's
water.
you're very far away, so
As far as I can tell, it looks. Yeah, that's probably that's a sunken ship. Should we check for survivors? What do we do in this situation?
Hmm.
Captain?
Can I call up to Gromit in the crow's nest and see if he sees anything better than we do?
he will. I mean, go ahead.
I imagine he has a telescope.
Sure, go ahead and roll perception with advantage. Add 2.
17.
I mean, he's not going to see what's Locke's passive perception.
17.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks. He could tell you from his vantage point that it looks like it has like there's some rocks, like there's basically like something sticking out of the ocean that it's run into. But from this far
Well,
away.
We'll make a pass. Kench, glide by. If it looks like they're survivors, we'll stop. But don't get too close.
Okay. You guys kind of course correct and head off in that direction. As you get closer, it looks to be... It's just empty. It's there on the rocks. It is not seaworthy.
Doesn't look like there's any survivors.
Doesn't appear to be... I mean, go ahead and roll, I guess, roll perception.
Okie dokie. What's my 16?
You don't see anybody.
All right. Well, unless someone stops him, Kirian's not too interested in this. We got a schedule to keep. Let's keep going.
Are we sure there's no survivors?
We don't see anybody, and it's a mostly sunken ship.
So do you think it went down because of pirates?
It looks
It's
like
not. It's not mostly sunken. It is
Oh.
like run up on some rocks, and you
Oh.
don't see any signs of life. I would say that you would notice that there's no it's not. So you said life raft. That's all I can think of. But that there's none of those are there. So it looks like those may have been taken. So it's quite possible people got away, but there might be stuff on there if you want to look for it, or you can keep going.
Well, I mean, I guess if we're sure there's nobody there.
Like I said, I told Adam to keep going unless we saw survivors. So unless someone stops us,
Right.
we just keep going.
Okay.
Okay, you keep going.
Yeah.
That is the end of the day. Anybody who wants to help get ready for the slumber party can do that.
And I believe it was Coraline.
And I think I'm in charge of blankets and pillows, so I look for those.
Someone wanted to be a part of the fishing. That happens at night when the sun goes down.
That was also cool.
Yeah, but she might hold that. I
Do that tomorrow.
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
what I
pretty
was
set up the
wondering.
slumber party. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty fixated.
So does anyone want to do, like, if anyone is still working on their stuff, instead of helping with the slumber party, then you can roll another d20. So anyone who's not helping with the slumber party and wants to roll another d20 to, like, make progress on.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some progress.
As am I.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll and add. Roll with advantage for screw that one guy in particular. I'm showing favoritism, guys. I'm a good DM.
21. 21.
Just go ahead and add to add to your
What do we need to get to be able to come up with a new spell?
100.
Okay.
And once you hit, like, let's say you roll and the total would be like 101, you just lose the extra one. Like, whatever roll takes you over 100, you lose anything.
Yeah, that's what I did last time.
Okay. Are you working on the second one that you sent me?
I don't know. We never talked about that, so let's talk about it before I lock in on that.
Yeah. So I think it's fine. I mean, it was just a variation on magic missiles, correct?
Yep, exactly.
It's going to 6 is 6. Make a ranged attack. 1d4. 2d4. You normally get a critical. Is Jim's normally also 6?
Jim
Like,
also.
Yeah, like Jim's magic missiles. That's the one that this is a variation on, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm not looking at it. Let me go back. Did I cut and paste that into our private chat? Let me see I see what I sent you.
That's the one thing I don't remember. I know that you have to, like, unlike regular magic missiles, they do more damage,
You have to hold it.
but they
Jim's
could.
Jim's is 2d4 on a hit.
And there's
Yeah, so this
I guess what my thing is, you're doing theoretically more damage, and I know force damage is good. But then also Jim's magic missile has a drawback. Like there's something where if you miss, you also do a thing to yourself.
yeah.
On a natural one, they all explode.
On a natural one, they all do it. Yeah, I'll go back through and change it. This was like more darts at fewer damage, so there were more chances. And that's the 2 fire damage. So see that? That's the negative.
Instead of the 1d4
one has its own chance instead of the whole one.
It does 1d4 fire damage. I misread when I was skimming over it. If it scores a critical, it does 3d4 instead of doubling. Okay. If any of the
the difference between this and Jim's is it's lots of individual attacks.
Okay, no, that's well, his is too, actually, but the difference is you do more at a critical.
Right, and this particular one has like 6 missiles at 1d4 instead of 3 missiles at 2d4. So you're rolling more dice, basically.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Kirian's just gonna wait in his captain's quarters or whatever till everybody gathers.
Okay, this is pretty early, but Ildor's got to get out of here at 8, and I don't think that we're going to get a lot of role-playing done in 8 minutes. I don't want to rush it. So I would say, you guys made it through the battle, which is what, we were going to get done no matter what, but I'm glad that went, I think that went pretty well. As far as I like running them that way. At least as a working practice. That's
no doubt, it was fun.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna say let's stop here because I feel like I want to give the slumber party time.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel bad being like, okay, you have 7 minutes to bond. So we'll lead off with the slumber party next time. I will just say, I know that you're probably doing it because they have a time where they need to be there. It wouldn't be unwise. There's potential dangers. You would be aware of that as well. But there could be loot in the ship. That was kind of, and it's fine that you didn't do it, but just so that you keep that in mind. And maybe you did, and you just, the time frame, you were, getting them where they needed to go. But I just wanted to point that out,
Yeah.
If anyone...
I had it in mind.
Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, if anyone's getting off a sinking ship, they can get some of their stuff off, but, theoretically, in the future, if you run into something like that...
Kirian marked it on his map. Don't worry.
Okay, well, it's the ocean. It probably will not be there.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure that you understood, and I get that you were that you knew they had somewhere to be. But I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. Oh my gosh! I don't know where you guys are finding this food, but those pear things in the second to last one, the little pears that are actually pears inside pastry. This is just not fair because I'm not eating any of these. I hate you for doing this. So this is way short tonight, but again, I want to do the slumber party justice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say we'll cut it short tonight, and that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
And so next week we will lead off with the world's greatest slumber party, or else.
Or else.
Part of it was also, I didn't want to start another encounter with so little time left, but...
Well, we can always... we could have done the same thing with an encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave off till next time, like we did this week. But again, it's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure you understood that, theoretically, if you run into that sort of thing, there might be loot on board. Okay. No problem. Have a wonderful week.
You too.
I laughed in the middle of the fight because I noticed first that Locke has under his name, I don't want to be eaten by a giant crab, please and thank you. And then I looked up to the only other person who has something under their name, and it's, how big are those titties, bitch? I never understand